nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one, zero. My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. How you guys doing, man? Hope you guys are well. Yes, today, oops, stop wearing a jersey. Forgot about that. Well, this is one of the rare times when I'm wearing a t-shirt. Yeah, I just came back from the gym. And we're going to do something very different today. Right. So, with the beta out, and I think in about 8 days' time, the game goes live. So, there might be changes. You never know. Yeah, you know, SI. There could be changes. I'm sure that I don't know if there are going to be match engine changes, right? So unless a serious bug has been raised, I don't see any match engine changes on the horizon because I haven't noticed any major bugs. And I mean, there some. Okay, let me rephrase that. From my point of view, yeah, I don't have an issue with the match engine. But I'm sure there are others out there who have an issue with the match engine and they might see, because I've read things like, oh, my inside forwards don't cut inside. I'm going, but mine do. And then people going like, oh, my defenders, they don't listen to my instructions. They get caught over the top all the time. You've seen my games, right? And have you seen that happen to me? Yeah, if I decide to take a lot of risks, it happens. But I always point it out before I do that, right? And I say, look, there's a chance we're going to get caught over the top, and it happens. But when I go like, yeah, there's no way we're going to be caught over the top, it doesn't happen. And then we've got, what else have we got? We've got, sorry. I hate it when this happens. Hold on. I needed that light up there. Yeah. Okay, then we've got some people might be saying things like, what else have they got? Near post corners are broken. Near post corners are broken. That's very common right now. I'm hearing a lot of people complaining about how near post corners are broken. Okay, I've conceded a few goals from a near post, but when I look at it, the guy who's got jumping reach is out jumping my player. So I'm kind of like, okay, he beat him in the air. That's fair enough. And then when I tried the near post exploits, and I'm going like, I mean, if it's an exploit, then my jumping 12 should be beating everybody right at the near post, and we should be scoring. Not really happening. In fact, I don't even play near post anymore. I'm playing far posts because I think far posts are more efficient. Because I come from an old school of thought, right? Which is if you send a ball to the far post and the keeper misses it, right, then there's more mayhem. If you send it to the near post, you look for two kinds of things. You need to flick on and you need to win the header. So, I mean, like, I don't know, man. For me, it's far post. I've always been a far post person. But again, have I been conceding a lot of goals from the near post? That's the important thing, right? Okay. Now, no, haven't. So I'm like going, where are these bugs? Because they're not happening to me. The problem in Football Manager is this. I'm not saying it's, as I look at me and go, it's not happening to Daljit, therefore there's no bugs. No, that's not the case. Okay. So if there is a bug, right? If you think strongly that there is a bug, I'm trying to help you out here because sometimes I don't see these bugs. They may not happen in my tactics because my tactics are designed in a certain way. Maybe your tactics are different, right? And if your tactics are uniquely designed, then it could be a function of that uniquely designed system that you're using. So if you see a bug that comes in your game and you swear to God it's a bug, I'm going to take your word for it, right? Yeah, it's a bug to you. Okay, fine. If it happens very often, then put the PKM into the bug report. I mean, I'm not asking you to be okay, here, I mean, saying it's a bug and showing that it's a bug are two different things because it could be a unique scenario with your game, right? And if it's only a unique scenario in your game, SI will want to replicate it. Like, when the ball winning midfielder was a bug, I sent in like something like, I think SI got sick of me, man. I sent in like 10 bug reports, and in one game, I highlighted 6 individual actions that the ball-winning midfielder was doing that showed that the ball-winning midfielder role was broken. Right, and then ultimately they fixed it by removing his get further forward. If you go to the ball, I mean, I don't know if it's still there now, but last year we couldn't do get further forward on the ball-winning midfielder, right? That's thanks to moi. Because it was broken, and I proved it to SI by creating a tactic that exploited it. And he was scoring a lot of goals, like, because I was like, oh god, this is predictable. He's gonna do it like 1, 2, 3, won the ball, 1, 2, 3, and he was every single transition that involved my specific tactic. So the thing is, if you see a bug, I'm trying to be on your side here. Maybe it's a really serious bug in your game. Yeah, but saying it's up there, putting out a post and saying, oh no, near post corners are broken. My Virgil van Dijk scored 48 goals and won the goal of the season. Big help that's gonna be. No one's gonna take you seriously, man. They need the game. They need the save, right? So they need the save. So I'm just trying to help you guys out, man. If you really see bugs, I mean, I'm not saying that there are no bugs. Of course, there might be bugs, right? I mean, I sometimes see one, but trust me, after like, you gotta cut a guy some slack. Yeah. I've been doing this for 10 years now. More than 10 years. 20? When did we start playing this game? Championship Manager, right? So I think in the first couple of years I wasn't interested. I was like, you guys, play. After a while it was like, okay, I'm exploiting this too much now. Then I sent in my save game and my tactic, and I told SI, hey, if you don't fix this, I'm gonna release it to the world. Then I released it to the world immediately after sending a message to SI. It was terrible. Oh man, I thought I was actually a writer for a magazine as well. So I did games review. So the headline of the games review was Wolves smash Real Madrid 8-0 on Football Manager. That was the headline. So it was like the headline of the story. So I explained how entertaining the game was and how you could use exploit tactics with the game. That was a long time ago, man. I don't do that stuff anymore. Cut me some slack. I just want to play the game. I'm an old man now. I got children. I got mouths to feed. Hey, but I don't have time to sit in front of the computer and do simulations. Oh God, I've just been doing that. I've been simulating training, and I tell you something, I'm getting sick and tired of simulating training because I'm getting the same response every single time, right? Yeah, I managed to get my training simulations done. Right now, I can get crossing up, I can get finishing up. Okay, for my players, I can get most of the attributes up. There's always going to be a few that don't go up, depends on the plan. So now I'm coming up with an alternate scenario, an alternate set of scenarios to simulate. By the time I finish my scenarios, man, I'm not gonna mess with trading again for the next year and a half. I'm not gonna touch it. So there's a lot of work, man, for that. So let's see. Hi, hey Neil. Yeah, my family had a great weekend. Thanks for asking. Yeah, the oldest has exams today, so I'm gonna go pick him up later and see how he did. Primary 1, they have exams. Can you believe it? I don't even remember examinations when I was in primary school. Now primary school kids have examinations. I thought it was a game. But now it's like, when you're a parent, you think differently, I guess. But I never grew up with that kind of pressure from my father. So my father was never once interested in my results. Like, I come back home, Dad, I got A's. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm like, if I come back home, I don't show him the report card, he doesn't react. He just has to sign it. I just leave it on the table, he signs it, never got scolded by him. Yeah. So it was like, when I got my college entrance examinations, I passed it, I went to my dad and said, hey Dad, cool, I can go to York University. Right, that was the only time my father reacted. Okay. So I went, what? Then I was like, yeah Dad, I got the grades, I can go to York. So you can send me to the UK, I can study in the UK. Let me see your results. They're good enough to attend the National University of Singapore. You're not going to York. I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, man. So, all right, man, enough of my nonsense. I'm doing well, thanks guys. Are you always studying for my exam? On the morning of them? Yeah, you sound just like me. I'm very bad. I'm a very bad example for children. Yeah, can you show us these corner things you're talking about? Of course I will. What corner exploits? Yeah, I'll try them. I mean, okay, what are we going to do today? Very simple. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me on today's show. Today, we're going to talk about mentality changes that happen in the game Football Manager. Why? Because there are some big ones, some small ones, but they all connect. And the thing is, I do this every year. I have a live stream where I talk about team instructions. This year is going to be no different. And I normally do this as part of my Football Manager team talks with my Discord, but this time I decided to open it up. Of course, we'll return to this on Discord with Football Manager team talks, where you guys pose your questions and we will do scenarios and I will explain to you certain things that are happening in the game, and hopefully, it leads to a clearer understanding of how the game works. Now, secondly, I want to be very clear here. I do not work for Sports Interactive. Sports Interactive do not send me notes. Daljit, this is how the match engine works. Point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. They don't do that for me. Okay, so please, if anybody out there seems to think that I've got some inside track on this stuff, I don't have any. I'm just like all of you. Of course, I have relationship with the match engine developers that goes from breaking the game last time, and now they just want me inside their camp instead of outside their camp. And yes, they invite me to be part of certain things, but it's only because they rather have me as a friend than a person who creates problems for them. Okay, so but do they give me clues? No, they don't. I've even sent Nick an email. I sent Nick a message the other day and I said, Nick, wow, there's so many changes to this. Can you confirm this A, B, C, D, E? I thought I was going to get a very detailed answer from him. You know what he told me? Didn't you read the blog? I was like, damn, he's treating me like the rest now. See, I get treated like the rest. I got to figure things out myself too. Right, so yes, I did help with the tactical creator. I know some of you remember that because my name is in the game or the credits or whatever, but that was a long time ago. That was like 10 years ago, man. The game has changed totally. So whatever I knew then is irrelevant now. Let's just get one thing very clear. Okay, my knowledge is at the same level as most of you. Okay, so a lot of things I've done is based on observations and yes, some insight into the game. Okay, but that insight comes from the mind of the developer. And that insight he gave me many years ago. So I kind of understand where he comes from and I know what he's trying to achieve with the game. So when it comes to all that, I can understand where the game is heading. All right, so let's start, eh? All right, so first up, we're going to use Tottenham Hotspur. All you Spurs fans should be very excited. We're going to use Tottenham Hotspur today. All right, I'm going to use this tactic called Liquid. Yes, this is Liquid for today. Okay, so there's several things I want to help you guys out with. Okay, first up, we're going to talk very quickly about mentality. Okay, mentality is major. Okay, the changes to mentality are huge. Okay, I can make it a very complicated explanation or I can make it a very simplified explanation. I don't like complicated because it tends to conceal lots of information and confuses people. So I'm not going that way. Okay, I want to make it very simple. Mentality is risk. Okay, that's it. Okay, mentality also influences how your attacking duties come back and go forward. So that's why I just want you to remember that, right? It's very simple. So when you play on higher mentalities, okay, all your attacking duties are going to say, hey, you know what? We're going to be attacking all day, man. Don't expect us to come home. Okay. When you go on very defensive, your attacking duties will start thinking, hey, you know what? The priority is to defend. When we get the chance, we have to look at getting back behind the ball and helping those boys out if the ball is near us. That's the difference. Okay, that's it. Okay, does this mean that when they get the ball, they are very defensive again? No, because as long as they're in an attacking duty, they will try to get the ball forward. If they're playing in attacking positions or attacking roles, they will still try to. That is the big change right now to mentality because the extremes of mentality have totally been reworked. In fact, the moment the game landed on my table, the first thing I did was I started playing with very defensive mentality. That was the very first thing I did. And immediately I noticed the difference. When I started playing very defensive, I turned as many of my duties to attacking to watch the effect that would have. The effect was very, very clear. On very defensive, attacking duties, while they came back to help me defend, they also busted the gut to get up the pitch. Because even though we were very defensive, what is more important is this, your lines of engagement, because your lines of engagement and your defensive line influence how your players move up and down because it defines your defensive shape. So I was playing very defensive with a higher press and a higher defensive line. I even had prevent shot goalkeeper distribution on very defensive. What would happen? Are we playing higher up the pitch? A higher defensive line doesn't mean that Your players are only going to obey this when you have the ball. It also influences how they will be positioned when you do have the ball, because a defensive line exists the moment you play on the pitch, because you're creating that gap between you and the back line and the goal. So the higher your defensive line, the higher your position. More importantly, a higher defensive line also influences your transitions, because you're closer to midfield, you'll be able to participate in attacks. So on very defensive mentalities, lots of things were happening. So now I know a lot of people are going to go, so what's the value? Look, guys, stop thinking of values right now. See this? It's balance. What does this mean? Because this is the one thing I asked SI to do as a big favor a long time ago. A long time ago, we had a bar here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys still remember this. We had a bar with notches, right? And then there was the word balance. And I told SI, we got to remove this, man, because it's more confusing to people. Because now people are going to ask me what's the difference between one notch and another notch. SI agreed. SI removed that bar and they put the word there, because I thought the word was more important. When a player's mentality is balanced, he is still going to be looking to bring the ball forward in attack. That is the most important thing that we have to remember. Players that are cautious, some roles are going to play cautiously. So there are roles that stay close to the line, like the anchorman. A player on support is likely to join the attack, join the transitions. So looking at this, right, my team might be on very defensive, but because my lines are set up like that, they're not actually going to be hoofing the ball. Of course, what this lower mentality does, it modifies the risk, right? Okay, so it means that when they get the ball, they're not going to go, hey, you know what? I'm going to look for the first ball to kick up the pitch so that we can start an attack. That will happen on higher mentalities, right? On higher mentalities, you might see rushing. He doesn't think about it. He just goes and plays the ball because that seems to be the right thing to do. He's playing it out to the inverted winger. The inverted winger doesn't spend too much time. He's going to look up for another player. See, all these mentalities, they affect the posture your players take, as far as things like passing, their decision making. Decision making changed big time on FM23. Last year, decision making was good, but this year, decision making revolves around risk and the role and the duty that they are playing within this. This is now the most important thing in the game, right? So when you go into the game, and if you want to create a defensive tactic, don't think that mentality defines it. What defines your defensive tactic are two things. First, your line of engagement, your defensive line, whether you decide to do this or not, because of course this is ridiculous when you want to get everybody to drop back. And the second thing that defines it will be all the roles and duties you've chosen, plus, and this is the important bit, is it top heavy or bottom heavy? Because if you're making a defensive tactic, and this is thanks to a conversation I had with Nick. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I did a show. Me, Nick, and Tony were doing a show, right? So he was in. We were playing versus mode last year, and he let drop a nugget of information that I have hung on to for a long time, because it revealed the thought processes of the developers. So we were talking about teams getting defensive or huddling, and he mentioned something. He said, yes, if teams want to go defensive, they might as well play with two DMs. That's when I realized this was the direction as I were going in. See, if you want to play a bit more defensively, it's the roles and duties you have in your tactic, right? So we got this set up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play the same game, right? We're going to play a few games on very defensive. I want you guys to notice the difference, because we're going to go from very defensive to balance to very attacking. I might lose a lot of games, man, in the process. But hey, man, this is all for the experiment. So we got a couple of players here. We're gonna, I've got a couple of players injured. Bissouma is out for 12 days. Højbjerg is suspended. So we've got Sanchez. Okay, this is not looking positive anymore. So I played this game. Well, that was a long wait. I'm using a bottom heavy tactic. Yeah, you can use a bottom heavy attacking tactic right now if you know the mentality. Okay, we're dealing with mentality first. I'm going to explain with very soon. Okay, so we just played, Tottenham played Southampton, right? This is attacking, positive mentality, right? We play on positive mentality, and we went to work against Southampton. Of course, I was experimenting a lot of these other matches. I was playing with a lot of different tactics. But now we're going to start with this. I'm going to put, Bentancur comes deep to get the ball. The problem when you play with a player, this is the problem right now. Okay, we're going to put Okay, I'm gonna put Dyer. Can Dyer play in DM position? I thought he could, right? Yeah, he can. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so we're gonna put Dyer here. Okay, and then we're gonna put Bentancur here. Oh, this is gonna be crazy, man. We're pushing Dyer all the way up to Masala. Really, Daljit, you must be insanely stupid. I know. He's got no flair. Okay, put him back here again. But then again, Bentancur has got comes deep to get the ball. See, there's a problem right now in Football Manager. You got to pay attention to trades, right? So I want him to actually play on support. So he might come, but now he's on Mazala. I need him to help the guy out here. So we're gonna have a few problems with this. Okay, all right. Okay, we're gonna put Lenglet here instead of Sanchez. Okay, let's start. So now we have this whole thing set on very defensive. But look at my lines. Right, we got prevent shot goalkeeper distribution as well, which sounds insane. We're gonna jack it up a bit, make things really crazy. Opposition instructions. Football Manager, very simple. Top heavy. If you're top heavy, you want to play gegen pressing, right? Do this. You don't want it to come out. Do this. What does this do? Trigger press the back line. So if they make a mistake, you're gonna slap them sideways and take the ball off them. Then here, we're tackling her on the inside. Why? Because I'm doing an angle. Okay, this is what we call showing players inside, right? So if you played football before, if you've been a fullback before, you will know that your coach will always tell you, don't let them cross the ball. How do you do this? You stand on the side of their preferred foot, right? So when you're closing them down, you give them space, but you need to give them space inside. So they have to cut inside. When they cut inside, one of your players goes there and either takes the ball off them, or we tight marking one of their central midfielders. They run out of passing options. They either lose possession of the ball or we tackle them hard. It's common sense. This is what we do all the time. So I'm doing that right now. So, I mean, the guys in SI, the developer, it's not like the developers don't know football. They all go for their coaching licenses, man. I mean, they have coaching licenses. They're supposed to take coaching licenses. So it's not like they don't know what they're doing. All right. Okay, so here we go. We're playing away from we got count. This is ridiculous, right? Would you ever think this was possible? Very defensive. Yeah, try it out. Let's see what it is. Okay, now second thing I want to explain. You see this? Narrow. All right, width. What does width do in the game? Width is very simple. Positioning of your players and the direction of your passes. There are two things here in width, not one. There are two. So when you play very narrow, what are you doing? Players are closer together. What's the advantage of doing this? If you have a jack shit team who can't pass the ball, this is very good. But if you want to do counter pressing, this is even better, right? So when you want to do counter pressing, you can play on narrow width. But if you play on very extreme settings like this, what's going to happen is your players are further away. You can stretch defenses. Counter pressing becomes a bit more challenging now because 2-on-1 situations are not going to develop all the time because your players are very far away, right? So they might have to press on their own and you might open things up. But what this does is it allows you to switch play easily because when you play on very wide settings, your fullbacks are going to look along the, across the pitch. So we're going to do two things, right? So first, we're just going to leave it on narrow like this because we want to see what defensive does. So I'm going to change things along the way. Hopefully, we don't screw up with our midfield. We've got Kane, so we're using a simple tactic. This is liquid for FM23. We don't even know if it's going to work. More or less, I think it might. I mean, on higher mentalities, right, I tend to prefer, on lower mentalities, I tend to prefer more attacking duties. On higher mentalities, I tend to prefer more support duties. That's currently the way I play. Okay, so here we go, guys. All right, we have to come off key. We're going to go on comprehensive so you see more. Guys, the first highlight of ours is actually us attacking them. Is it because they're Shakhtar Donetsk? I don't think so, right? Because in FM22, if you were to do this, you don't have many nice attacking opportunities because you're going to be spending most of your time, attacking them. Okay, so we scored a goal from a set piece. C'est la vie, such is life. You know what I mean? Okay, I mean, like, my set pieces are pretty damn good. So, this is a very simple set piece in case you guys are wondering. I'll get to this. Okay, free kicks. I think we did the stream already, right? I told you how I do these set pieces. Indirect, wide. I just do this. Far post, near post. I send one. So we've got one DL, one DCR. I think we did it from this side, right? So yeah, it was from this side just now. So we've got, this is our left, right? So we're taking from our left just now. This is where our defender attacked it and scored the goal. right? So it's a very simple indirect wide. Indirect wide is the easiest to set up when it comes to attack, right? So this is one, and this is a stupid place to put him. Okay, we'll put him here. All right. So okay, so we got the first goal. Look at where our players are. Right now we're very defensive. We got the ball. Look at how they are reacting. Right. So now they're still pressing. Okay, he's a PF on support. They go up. This is your line of engagement. So in FM22, this was not supposed to happen, right? Okay, so now we've got this on very defensive. They're still pressing, but they're not being crazy about the press. They're keeping more importantly, they're keeping the lines, right? They're holding the lines, making basically closing on the channels. This is the one I was looking for, the explanation. Yeah, so they're basically marking the channels. All right, so I've given them most of the ball, but what we're gonna do was this 11:56. I'm gonna remember the timing because halftime we have to check out the average positions, right? So I'm gonna show you the average positions. So was that about 10 to 11:50, right? So that was when we were defending. All right, because we want to see what our average positions are. Okay, this is us attacking 14-20 attacking. Okay, I'm going to show you how I check average positions. I know a lot of people, what they do is they go into the game and they bloody hell take the 45th minute and they look at average positions. That's wrong. That's not the way you check average positions. Okay, average positions are exactly that, average. So you need to find the time frame where you are attacking and then look at the positions, and that will tell you a defensive line. So look at what we're doing. This is very defensive, but look at how we are playing. All right. So we've got wing backs. We're playing on a higher tempo. I've got underlaps on. So the initial positioning of these players is going to be slightly higher. The wider players are going to hold on to the ball. What are they doing when they hold on to the ball? They look for inside runs. Okay, my width is narrow, right? But no. Okay, so far it's been okay. Yeah. They checks back, gives it a skip. What are they doing? They are prioritizing keeping the ball on very defensive mentality. They're not like willfully giving it away, right? I mean, these long shots are going to happen whether you're on very defensive or very attacking. It doesn't make a difference. Okay. Entire first half. Where are we again? Opponent's third. On very defensive mentality. Some people might go and say, hey, you know, this is Shakhtar Donetsk. Try with any team. Okay. If you are a strong team and you're playing against a weak team, this probably will happen quite a lot. But if you're playing against a team that's at your level, okay, and you find that, oh, you know, this could be happening as well. So what do you do if you have all the possession in the world? Maybe you want to step up, right? You could go on a higher mentality, play on balance, and then instead of dropping deep, you step up, right? So here we go. So right now, what are we doing? We prevent short goalkeeper distribution, we're stepping up more. So what I'm doing right now is I'm still playing like an aggressive style, but on a very defensive mentality, right? Okay, we've done this. So 21 minutes, we're still attacking. Okay, look at our lines right now, right? So we can still be caught with the ball over the top. This is how shallow we are. But on a very defensive mentality, he holds the ball, plays it short. Sessegnon looks for the. Okay, this is a smart play. This happens on very defensive again? It wasn't a hoof the ball. A lot of people still think the game plays like 22. In 22, there's a very strong chance Sessegnon would have hoofed the ball on very defensive mentality. He wouldn't have tried it. He wouldn't have tried that pass. But that was what we call a low risk pass, right? It doesn't hurt the team that has possession of the ball. If he goes down the flank, he has to chase after the ball. He's in a very, it's not in a dangerous area, right? So okay, Doherty gets the ball again, plays it out. If all you see is you defending, so far, if you are defending, then it depends on the setup that you have, right? What formation are you using? You have to look at other things as well. Yeah, this is us on very defensive mentality. So you were keeping the ball. See, the thing is, we're starting from deeper positions. We're very how do I put this? We're starting from deeper positions, and we are making sure each of our passes count. More important than that, I'm playing what is called a liquid system. I call these liquid systems where I have plenty of players in support. There's always going to be a passing option, right? So I'm not playing a structured tactic which has got like a lot of attacking duties, because if I have a lot of attacking duties, what's going to happen now? Let's just change this, right? Okay, we're gonna now change all these guys to attack duties. It's gonna be a difference. There's gonna be quite a difference actually. Okay. These guys are gonna go forward and attack, right? Because now you've changed them to an attack duty. But even if it's one very defensive mentality, they are going to be, they are going to look to break when they get a chance. They'll be, they might come back and help you defend on very defensive mentality. Like the other day when we had 2 advanced forwards, you all noticed the advanced forwards coming back. So now he's looking for the first pass. Now they are playing a bit more aggressively. They're attacking the area a bit more. I mean, so far we've been attacking him all the way. So this is us on very defensive mentality. You notice how measured our passing is. Okay. Now we're going to do something. I'm going to have to change this back. I want to change the duties back very soon. Okay, we're going to play another game as well. We're going to keep doing this for a few matches to see the impact these mentality changes are going to have. Okay, now look at this. This is what I wanted you all to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. On very defensive mentality, the moment the ball goes to the goalkeeper, what's the first thought on their minds? This did never happen last year. This is football like you see on the telly, right? Okay, the goalkeeper has the ball. Immediately, your front 4 are standing close to the defensive line. And this is happening on very defensive mentality. Because right now, an attacking duty is likely to do that. So I could easily come in here and go like, hey, baby, let's not work ball into box anymore. So if I wanted to create a counter-attacking tactic, could I do it on very defensive? Easily right now. Very easily, because I know that I will have players attacking the lines if they are playing on attacking duty, right? So look at what our Mazzala is doing. Crosses the ball, right? So we're playing on attacking duty. Now I'm going to very soon change something, okay? Yeah. What this looks like I don't like this, man. Orange? When did it suddenly become orange in color? Okay. Lenglet. I'm enjoying this game so far. This is all on very defensive mentality, man. Some people like me have been playing. I have been playing a lot of games on very defensive mentality. It's been a lot of fun. All right, okay, we're gonna come out of this now. Okay. All right, we've done enough of very defensive mentality. All right, guys. Okay, I'm gonna drop this all now to inside. We're gonna drop them all to support now. Because you know what I mean, we're gonna do all support duties. Okay, and change this down to support. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move everything to very attacking. We break the slides. All right, guys, buckle up, man. This is gonna be crazy. I don't know, man. I'm a bit scared of doing this because right now there was a time when I was very confident playing on very attacking mentality. Now on very attacking mentality, I'm actually like going in to make minor adjustments to all my passing meters. I go to every single player and tell them to pass it short. Because same way I used to do it previously, I have to do it now. I have to do the same thing. So now we're on very attacking mentality, and so far you haven't seen any switches of play, right? We haven't seen like fullback passing it to the other flank, that kind of thing, right? Okay, so far we haven't. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, yeah, I kept the speed relatively simple because if I play on higher speeds, the 3D gives you the impression is very fast. So I wanted to maintain a nice casual speed so that we can notice the differences. Okay, so far we're on attacking mentality. Okay. Yeah, but the football, when we do our football team talks, we should start like, not this week, the following week, right? We're going to have our first football team talk. I'm going to show you something else. Something I discovered when I was playing this game. I haven't finished. There's so many things I found out now. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Any highlights? Okay, let's watch this now. Okay, that's not a lot of highlights. Okay. Now we're playing on very attacking. Right? Look. The thing is, I've got a lot of support duties. Right, so everybody is up helping us, support. I mean, they're all moving up in transition, but so far, we are trying the same. But the passes right now, if you notice, right, some of the risk has gone up. They're trying. We can't really see a lot. We have to play another game to see all this. But I find that on very attacking mentalities, they try riskier things, like a harder pass, like making earlier runs. I tend to see more players going offside on higher mentalities than I do on lower mentalities. And for some reason, Harry Kane loves this formation right now. He's been on. He even took a ball once from midway and then he dribbled all the way, which is so. I'm reporting that as a bug because Harry Kane doesn't do that in real life, or does he? All you Spurs fans, please, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, this is hard tackling, right? Dyer went in hard. That's not earlier. We didn't see it because on higher mentalities, you also see that too. This doesn't count. This is what we call an AI generated counter attack. Okay, every mentality on the pitch is not very attacking. Okay, so this is slightly different. Okay, so we can't all the way back. Now he's gonna try something. I hope, please. Okay, he's gone back to the ball playing defender. Now ball playing defender. Look at what he does. Very attacking mentality, right? Okay, boys, here we go. There's a lot more risk that's been taken by this team right now. In the first set of highlights, we didn't see one of the ball-playing defenders were running, but they were not doing those kind of runs, right? So he ran all the way. I mean, my ball-playing defender has dribbled more. Yeah, but Barry Kane, never seen him dribble, right? Yeah, he's a bit slow. He's a good dribbler. He's got talent. I mean, he was younger. He was really, I thought he was solid, right? But I think he can dribble the ball. I'm not saying he can't because look at his first touch and his control. All right, so we've done the first. Okay, now let's carry on playing on very. Okay, what does very attacking mentality do now? Oh baby, it tires your team out, man. Like it tires your team out so fast. Like suddenly your defenders become so tired. After that, so like everybody's running like crazy. Okay, there we go. Very attacking mentality. He tries that. Okay, now let's try something. Okay, I want to drop my mentality down to balance. This time, I want you to see something. Earlier, fullbacks, we didn't see something from them, right? Okay, now when you play on very wide width settings, you're gonna see things like your players. Now the changes haven't happened yet. Okay, just earlier we didn't see fullbacks making. Like, okay, I'm making a switch of play. I'm switching to the other flank. We didn't see any of that. But when you start playing on maximum width settings right now on Football Manager, I think SI might dial this down. I think it's too OP at the moment. It's too strong. I'm not saying it's an exploit or any of that stuff. It's happening way too much for my liking. Everybody looks like they all look like mini Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson. Not a pass that they do to each other all the time. Yeah, it's happening too much on very wide settings. Okay, so let's see what happens. So we're on balanced mentality right now. So it's 50-50, the posture. But some of these players are going to be a bit more attacking. I think this guy is going to be a bit more attacking. He's on CM on attack. So again, like, how did I get that done? Okay, you saw that interception that this player just did. Okay, if you want more of that, you go in, you go to your wing back and you tell him to mark tighter. It's football 101 again, right? So when they play out from the back, you don't want to be too far away from their wing backs, right? So the goalkeeper, they play out the back, you get tight on those wing backs. There's a risk. What's the risk? If he's Kylian Mbappe and you don't get to the ball first, you're toast. So you have to remember that there's always going to be a risk when you do that. So let's switch. I don't know if it's offside, but that was one side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch, right? Okay, Kulusevski, what does he do? He played a simple pass to Sessegnon and skip. Boom. On very wide settings, you see more of these. I'm going to switch the ball to the other pitch to get the ball. A lot of people are not seeing inside forwards run. I see inside forwards dribble all the time now. Okay, if I create a tactic which gives me overloads on one side of the pitch, man, I'm going to use maximum width settings because I want that switch of play to get to the inside forward so he can dribble in and take on the players. The only downside when you play like this is your counter press may not work very well because your players are not positioned further away, right? So sometimes when you have possession of the ball, because your players are going wider, when you lose the ball, your players are too far away to do a two-on-one. So Kane with the ball, skip, plays it out to Son, balanced mentality, goes to Sessegnon. Dyer looks for the switch, plays it to Kulusevski. It's not a good pass, but Doherty's in the area. Guess that's another penalty. Have you tried combining between pressing and positional marking? What do you mean by positional marking? Are you talking about tight marking via the OIs? Yes, I have. Yeah, I've done tight marking via the OI. But I don't do man marking. Yeah. Man marking is very unpredictable, especially if I play very fluid systems. I don't do man marking. Yeah, it messes up my attacking structure. I rather have tight marking on. So if I wanted to do like a bit of Marcelo Bielsa right now, what I would do is I'd use OIs to do tight marking. So stuff like this, okay, so he gets on to this player there. Somebody's tight on this player, doesn't let him go away. Of course, tight marking is zonal. Okay, all these OIs are zonal. So it depends on how big your zone is. Our zone is not quite big, right? Okay, so now we'll drop it down back to very defensive. Okay, how do you use these mentalities? Okay, when you want to use the lower mentalities, the idea here is to remember your lower mentalities aren't bad mentalities. They will help you keep the ball. But what if, okay, next question somebody just asked, which is a very fair one. What if I'm playing on very defensive mentality? All I see is them attacking me. Then check your roles and duties, because either your players don't have the composure to play such a let me rephrase the question. Okay, what if you're playing on very defensive mentality and all I see is the team attacking me? I don't seem to generate any attacks. What you need to do is you need to check your formation first. Okay, now if you are not able to pass the ball to each other, then you have to look at the formation. Like I'm looking at my formation, I'm playing a very defensive mentality. The first thing I do is, can we pass the ball? That's the first thing you got to check. If you can't pass the ball, then you have to make certain changes. Now here, the other thing I'm doing is what I've alluded to, the Joel Matip role in another video. I use roles in a way so that I can break tiers. Here I've got a ball playing defender dribbling. This helps me keep the ball. Okay. The other thing you want to do as well is to check things like your line of engagement, your defensive line. Because what if your defensive line is really low? Because some of you out there are playing low block systems with very low defensive lines, and then you have a high line of engagement. And then what you see is a couple of attacking duties in the final third, and you don't have enough people to carry the ball forward, right? You don't have enough support duties. You don't have... So if you run out of passing options, then, that could be another reason why you are defending a lot, because you can't bring the ball forward. So what you do in the game is this. See this? Okay, we're going to come to this very soon. You have to become good. I won't say you have to become good at something. You have to start looking at your numbers, right? And the only number that you should be looking at is final third passes. Okay, let me explain why. If you can build play up, you generally will have higher final third passes if you're a possession-centric system. Right? Meaning you're able to bring the ball up the pitch and you have more final third passes. Look at us. We've had 53 final third passes. There is something very wrong with OPPDA. I don't agree with, I don't know. I think there's a mistake here, because it says we only allow the opposition 2 passes before we close them down. Here it says the opposition only allow us 3 passes or 4 passes before they close us down. Something is very, very fishy here, because the possession says something like 60 to 40. So look at final third passes. Like here, this is the final third passes, right? So final third is from this area to this area. Okay. So if you have a counter-attacking tactic, naturally you will have less final third passes, right? So you gotta kind of like understand. So here, these are build-up play. Yeah. So the man marking, I will avoid the man marking, man. I don't do the man marking. You can try the man marking. Let me know how it goes. I am not the sort that does man marking. Yeah, you can press and man mark, but then you have to manage man marking for 90 minutes. I don't want to work that hard playing a computer game. Okay. Yeah, you do man marking, specific man marking all over the pitch. You gotta have to follow them for 90 minutes, because the AI now does certain things. Okay, you want to test your man marking structure out, play against Leeds. Sepp Wassel set up Leeds, right? So he did the research for Leeds, and he set it up quite well. Now, there are some teams, when you do man-marking structures, they actually swap roles, swap positions for their players. Okay, and some of these tactics, they actually change tactics, right? So there's a fair bit of that going on. Yeah, using 3 at the back with 2 DMs with trap inside is phenomenal because you have 2 DMs, naturally you want to trap inside, right? Because then you have attacking duties final further up the pitch. Okay, so we play our very defensive, right? And now we are, what's the score right now? 6-0. SI is going to address this. I think SI will address this. I think it's way too easy right now. But I wanted to explain all this to you guys so that, you know, when you play the game of Football Manager, right, the next time you play the game of Football Manager, so you understand this. Now I got a very attacking mentality. Okay? All right, I got a very attacking. I'm playing to step up more. I can't go any higher, can I? I can go higher. What do you think this is going to do? When I do this, with this instruction, no matter who I play against, there's a strong possibility there's off the ball over the top. Right? Secondly, I'm playing with maximum press. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of this, like, you know, gutsy balls. Look at that. One end to the other end kind of football. If it affects your offensive strategy, you'll have to try it out. You have to try. I'm not very sure your whole tactic at the moment, right? So you have to try it out first. But I'm the kind of person that doesn't do man marking. It messes the defensive structure of your team too much. Yeah. And right now, things like if you play on different mentalities, let's say you do, okay, let's say you do man marking, right? And you play on very defensive. Do you know right now your advanced vault can come back and help you defend? But if you tell him to man mark, he's going to be sitting next to the central defender. Because I know how some people are doing it, right? Yeah. I will say if you want to do this kind of OIs, there we go. I said it right just now. I'm playing on a very high line. Any ball over the top, it doesn't matter who it is, right? It's gonna affect me, right? So we are the better team, so you know obviously this is not a problem. So now, okay, this is what we call game management right now, Football Manager. You see this intensity? It's a bit insane, right? This is the reason why right now in this game there is a big, to me, it's huge, no? It's changed. If you learn how to use mentality right now, and you learn how to manage, all those guys who are managing in England, you're going to have no problems the first season. You're going to outperform the AI. Why? Because you're using mentality, you're going to be using tempo to basically look after the physical conditioning of your players. Yeah. Oh, you gotta watch how Atalanta plays. Oh, you're looking at a 3-4-2-1 of Atalanta, is it? Ball winning midfielder and Volante is quite good. Or have you tried a 4? Oh yeah, you remember the guys on Discord? You got my psycho tactic, right? 3-4-1-2 Gasparini marking system. What man marking? Tight marking. Yeah, Gasparini's 3-4-1-2 possible, but then you're gonna have to use OIs to tight mark. But I wouldn't ask the back three to tight mark. Yeah. You could run into trouble. I normally don't ask my defenders to tight mark. It's too risky. Yeah. So, okay, let's just end this, right? Misery for this team. Let's go to only commentary. Yeah. All right. So we had an XG of 6.27, playing on very defensive mentality. Largely. I mean, of course, we changed, but we also went very wide to compound the misery of this team. Okay. Gasparini would be a 3-4-1-2, right? I thought Gasparini played a 3-4-2-1, 3-4-1-2. Yeah. You can play a 3-5-2, but right now I would, if you want to do the Gasparini system, I think you'd have to do a really good, like, I'm not saying that it's going to be a replication, but if I were playing a 3 right now at the back, I'll play with a halfback. Because the thing is, my problem is this, it will not be a pure Gasparini system. Because, hey, he needs a rest. We just play a game, right? So this is the other thing about Football Manager right now. Guys, this is Football Manager currently. Just play Champions League game, right, for English teams. This is what you do. Straight away. Yeah, I don't never. Okay, if you want to do a Gasparini, the best way to do a Gasparini system is do almost the same as what I'm doing. Mark tight here, mark tight here, mark tight. Of course, you choose a role like a mark tight or you mark tight, and then midfield mark tight, mark tight. See what I'm doing? I'm marking tight in midfield, right? Okay, but here only marking tight with these two as well, and then these three are not marking tight. In fact, this guy doesn't have a single PI. I play these roles purely off trades. So you can play them off trades. So I like to use this player here who has comes deep to get the ball. Right? I'm very careful of players here who get to opposition area. So I never play a player who's got gets to opposition area. So yeah. So let's go on holiday to the next match. So do you guys have any questions about mentality very quickly? Right? Very quickly, does anybody have a question? Because I only did this stream so I can explain to you guys. I mean, I only stream to help you guys out. That's it nowadays. I'm like that. I'm here like, okay, what questions do you have now? That kind of thing. Yeah. The most important instruction in FM22 and 23. This has been around since 22. Yeah. This magic button has been around since 22, man. Yeah. But for 23, it might be even more important. Right, and yeah, I never bother with this. Yeah, so trading, right? I haven't done anything for trading. Yeah, I haven't bothered. I just follow the ass, man. I have my own training schedule, I think. Let me see. Am I trying something? I think I am. Or we'll do it later. Okay, quick pick. Okay, Kulusevski. This is going to be fun. I'm not going to play Kulusevski here. Submit the team. Oh, these guys are tired. Look at Harry Kane now. He's still not 100%. Okay. All right. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min can play. Richarlison as a striker. Yeah, he could play. Bentancur, no. Then Kulusevski. Who else can we play in midfield? We're running out of options, man. We're going to play Tanganga in defense. We'll try him. Eric Dyer, defender. Sanchez, whatever. You know, we'll just go with this group. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Kulusevski here is a Mazala. Maybe, but his lack of bravery, his positioning means that we're gonna have a problem, right, defending. So let's see what happens here. Because Sessegnon has a left back too. Like, you know, push comes to shove. I don't think so. I'm not a Spurs fan, so I don't know if these. Guess. I mean, in my book, when I play, I don't like to use these kind of players here, right? So we're gonna go very defensive again, right? And we're going to play the next game. I got toe-to-toe against Bayern. I changed mentality and removed counter press. I'm like, yeah. Gone brutal. I said, C3PO. Gone brutal as in good or bad? Because right now, if you're going to be defensive, right, you just remove counter press and put in, you just remove counter press. Yeah, that's it. And then a drop deep. Oh, wait, hold on. Now we're playing Aston Villa, right? So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna disengage that. Then we're not gonna be on commentary because that's where we are right now. Look at filtered passes. We started the game 11 versus their 5. Okay, we are allowing them what? 5? Opposition, they only allowed us 1. Wow, apparently they are doing a better defensive job, is it? How would you start away games against big teams? I would start like this. I would remove, first time I'll do this. Then I'll remove this. Then I'll have drop deep more and I won't play ball into box. Of course, I won't play all these underlaps. Yeah. So if I'm away from home, I'll play it a bit safer. Now I'm playing against, I'm at home. I'm playing against Spurs. I want to use the full width of the pitch or maybe not all of it. Okay, we'll just use the full width anyway. And then we'll go maximum press. We will drop off more. Slightly different, right? Okay. And then we'll bring down the speed. Okay, again, we are playing very defensive. And we've already had 7 shots. Now you see what's happened. Okay, you see this? Where are they? On very defensive, this is gonna happen. The ball is here. They get behind the ball almost immediately. This is on very defensive mentality. They get behind. So on very defensive mentality, you will see your players get back if they are, okay, at least this is on support, right? So they're all getting back to close the passing lanes up. Yeah, love play with 2 DMs. 2 DMs are great, right? Oh, shish kebabs. It's just scored. Okay. All right. Of course, now, this is, not so good, right? We just scored. They just scored against us. Let's see what happens. I mean, I don't like the fact that we have Kulusevski here. This is going to be a liability because I can't win the ball in midfield. They scored against us, brothers and sisters. We're going to go balance. And I'm going to try and get the ball back. Step up more. Transition. Okay, let's go. The problem right now for us is this guy. He won't be able to tackle. I know my own system, so my system demands... Okay, another thing that is on at Football Manager right now is this. Swapping of positions. So responsibility, if a player goes out there to receive the ball, right, like to the flanks, like a defensive player, they will swap and they will take over responsibilities. That means right now Tanganga is playing as a fullback. Emerson Royal has shifted into the central defender's position. Yeah. So all of you guys who are doing the who want to do the that's why it's the Guardiola systems, right? You got a chance now to try some of the positional interplay, but you have to do a support. Basically play a lot of support duties like I'm doing right now. So if you do it, and how do we get the... So this is before my changes. We are still on very defensive mentality. I scored this goal on very defensive mentality. Right. So if I change this right now, it's still very defensive. Right. So I have not... it's still very defensive. This is how we scored our goal. On very defensive. I actually went up to balance because I thought, hey, you know what? I need to score a goal. But we didn't need to. He could be offside though. No, he's not. It's a good goal. On very defensive mentality, this happens. So things like you have to pay attention, right? On very defensive mentality, like here we got Højbjerg, right? Højbjerg has got killer balls, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So whenever you play this game now, you gotta pay attention. I'm not saying go out there and go and put traits on everybody. No, that's not my advice. In fact, if you have noticed, right, I rarely put traits on players. I just take the traits that come with them and then I rarely go and trade them up. I have not been doing that for a long time because I find like, I want them their attributes to grow faster. We worry about traits later. If anything else, I teach them traits when they're 17, 18 years old because it's cheaper when they're younger and more expensive when they're older. So here you go, on very defensive mentality. So this is the thing about mentality right now. The passes they make, I'm not saying it's a cheat code, no. What I'm saying is that they won't play high risk passes, right? But that you won't be creating a lot of great chances too. So what I'm going to push up is balance. So when I push it up to balance, what's now going to happen is these guys, right? Look at shish kebabs, mark tighter, tackle harder, shish, stay wider. I think all of this we changed. They all moved, man. Yeah. Is this? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll get him to. Why am I getting you to? Wait. Why are you roaming from position? No. You stay wider. Okay. Just have fun. We're not okay. Now my whole tactic got messed up. Okay, I'm not going to change this, man. My whole tactic just got. I definitely didn't have stay wide. I mean, I could have sworn I had stay wide on him. Oh, I forgot to send notification on Discord. Oh, shish kebabs. Yeah. Okay, I better tell everybody on Discord we're streaming. My bad. I was like looking forward to the stream. So much so that I forgot to tell everybody on Discord we're streaming. Okay, I don't flood Discord with, guess I'm streaming now. I think people have things to do, right? Sometimes I just don't want to do that. Okay. Oh, I have been for the last hour. Yeah. Okay, coming back in here. Is it a good sweeper coming to me? Yep. And the sweeper keeper came out on very defensive mentality. So we play on very defensive. Now it's shifted our balance because I want something from this game, right? Okay. So let's say I want something from this game, but I'm taking less risks. I'm dropping off more. If you're a good team and you know that you're better than the other team, your backline is faster than the other team, you can do this. Step up more. So now I've got full width. I probably got to hear people saying, but you play on maximum width, but your passing is short. Actually, no. Some players are short, but Mazalas are going to take risks, right? Mazalas will take risks. I take Son off and put on Perisic. Langlet is still going to be there. Okay. All right. So some of these roles are going to they have to take more risks. Right? So those roles that take more risks, or even if they might be on mixed, right? Sometimes it's not checked. So those roles that are not checked, when you raise your mentality, right, they will start taking more chances as well, because mentality is affecting them too. So now I'm pushing up slowly. I'm not throttling up yet. Right, so I'm patiently trying to probe this team to score a goal, but I'm not risking too many things, right? Like I'm not like going all out yet. So we are probing this team. Yeah, what if I'm impatient, right? So if I'm impatient, I'll do this. Oh, sorry, we're stepping up more already. Okay, now I'm impatient. This is a sign of my team being impatient. Okay, we're still allowed to look at that challenge of Lukamura. That's a player coming back on on balance now, right? Okay. So he took some risk because he went down to ground as well. Okay, here we go. Perisic. Oh no, what is he doing? What a pass from Perisic! Holy cow! He waited for the run and then he played a beautiful pass. Okay. We like to see notifications. Okay, here we go. All the pressure on balance. Now, if I wanted to I want to take more risk, does it mean that I'm going to score goals? Yeah, maybe. I can go on... But right now, what I say is just nice, right? Playing on balance, not taking too many risks. Because if I push it up a bit more, okay, now we got world ball into box. I mean, we could take more risk on higher mentalities, but you can if you want to. I'm not suggesting you don't. But we step up more. I could easily give the opponents a chance to score a goal. So right now, that's a Mazala going wide. Plays it back. That's the right thing to do. Okay. Taking a few chances. I don't have the bench to pull out a win, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's jack up the passing a bit. Okay. More players are going to take. Okay. Prevent shot goalkeeper. Step up more stop crosses. Okay. Work ball into box. Done. Positive. Tanganga. This is who? A ball playing defender. I'm playing a very narrow formation, 5-2-1-2. But you want them to cross because there is nobody there, right? So you have to are you using Mazalas on attack? Yeah, because your wingbacks they might pass to each other, but sometimes they look at their passing as well. Do they have the passing range to pull off those kind of passes, right? Yeah, you see, sometimes you won't see them because making those kind of passes. But I see, now, I see more of that on this new engine. Okay, but if you're not seeing it, then you got to look at the players. Yeah. Good block. I was afraid we are going to concede a goal. Okay, AI generated counter attack. Perisic goes wide. Plays a beautiful... Richarlison. I don't like... Okay, this to me is a problem. Right, that shot across the bow, because I'm like, I don't see a lot of how do I put it? I don't see players coming in to finish them. Yeah, Langlet, nice ball to Kulusevski, finds here Richarlison. Good idea, but the execution wasn't that good. Again, read well. My defensive line, I'm happy where it is. So I'm still pushing. Skip should have scored. So I mean, we are taking chances, right? But not crazy chances, right? So on balanced mentality, we on positive, in fact, and we still haven't changed. No, there has not been a stop in play yet for our change. And now we're on positive mentality. Unfortunately for us, I think we might have to settle for a point or maybe a defeat, man. Nope. Perisic though goes up, goes down, crosses. What a ball, but Richarlison is offside. So do you guys have any questions on my mentality right now? That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. If you guys now understand what mentality does, I'm happy. Oh, he missed a golden chance. Oh my goodness, another one. Keeper made a great save. We definitely dialed things up. We just didn't find the back of the net. Højbjerg with a corner. Come on, boys. Far post. No, that one is a mixed. We played well, but we didn't have a full strength squad. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad performance from Villa. See? This is going to happen right now in England. A lot of this. So you're going to have to rotate heavily and keep doing all this. Yeah, rest one day. A lot of way, man. Like that, like so many games now. Yeah. A week. There are 4 games a week. How do you play drop off more and prevent short goal competition? Okay, alright, okay. So basically when you go into the game right now, okay, you go to your tactics, you come in here, you got these instructions here. Okay, a lot of people are saying that step up more and drop off more essentially it's the offside trap. It's actually more than that. Okay, step up more, yes, it involves the use of the offside trap, but you need your DM and your central midfielders. When you step up more, they will be slightly further ahead as well. Okay, so when you have the ball, they will push up, right? So they'll push up, they'll engage more. When you hit drop off more, when the ball is in the air, when you lose possession of the ball, these 3 will try and get behind. So they will drop as quickly as they can to their position. So more of these players try to drop as close to their defensive line as possible. So whenever you play drop off more, okay, it's a safety first approach by your team. So when you lose the ball, they try and get back to position first, wherever the defensive line may be. When you play a step up more, what your players are trying to do is they're trying to squeeze the space in front. So when you lose the ball, okay, even when you have the ball, you're pushing high up the pitch, right? And then when you lose the ball, along with counter press, it will push you up higher to try and win the ball back. So you're trying to, of course, when the opposition lose the ball, you're trying to catch them offside if you can. Right, and this involves communicating with the back line. This is a great instruction for counter pressing. Now, if you want to play an aggressive game where you're counter pressing, of course, if you're comfortable doing this, you can do step up more, but you can even do step up more with a low standard defensive line. You don't have to play a high defensive line to step up more. Now you just, you're trying to catch teams offside with a step up more. Only problem with this is when you play a standard defensive line 50-50, there are going to be gaps within your back line and your midfield, right? Step up more helps you catch teams offside, but you might not get a lot of support. Yeah, I tend to play most of my systems. There's no rule what system you have, what lines you have to use, but you just need to recognize this. Can you play like this for 90 minutes? I guess you can, but backline not going to help you out when you're attacking, right? So you want to on defensive systems, what happens when you do this? Low block, boys drop, they drop, right? And when you're on very defensive, maybe more of these attacking duties will come and drop back and help you defend. And then when the chance emerges that you have a counter-attacking opportunity, they charge towards the line straight away, like what we just saw just now. Okay, so that's step up more. If you're not sure, just uncheck it. Okay, I'll tell you something, right? A secret. I tell you a little secret about how I'm playing. I haven't been using this. I've rarely used trap inside because I'm so happy with OIs. I've been playing exclusively with OIs. Yeah. And I'm having more fun with OIs most of the time. Now, if you, of course, drop off more is less risky. If you want to camp and you want to choke sides, you step up more. You're definitely going to create better chances. Yeah, you might be able to create better chances, but you're taking a bit of risk because every time you lose the ball, you're telling your players the priority is to choke. So let's catch them offside. So your DMs are not going to drop as well. They're going to stay in those positions because they know the backline is going to try and play the offside trap, right? So the DMs aren't rushing back. But when you do drop off more, the DMs also are going to try and come back and help you, drop. They're going to try and drop off more. So the DM, if you have a DM, he's also going to track back. Which is why now double DM systems are so strong. All right, double DMs are damn nice right now. No? I'm like going double DM. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, what are we supposed to do? We got rest for. See what's happened? Even with the magic rest button, he needs a rest. So, Eric Dyer. Okay, Eric Dyer. Can he play for someone? I can just don't bring Ben Davis with us today. We will play. I mean, Davinson Sanchez. For me, more like the memory of that Davinson Sanchez that I think was it his first season or second season where he screwed up quite badly. So essentially now, okay, what we're gonna do now is very simple. We are playing against who? Against this team, right? Or whoever they are, Carabao Cup, right? So let's take a chance. Let's do choky football. Yeah. Let's play choke football. Okay, so now instead of playing this, we play attacking. All right, we do step up more. Okay, I won't play the trap. Okay, I could play the trap. I could play trap inside. This is where I want them to lose the ball. Anyway, it complements my OIs beautifully, right? Because I'm doing that in terms of OIs. Okay, so we'll go very wide. I think we'll leave it like this and then pass into space like a moron. I'm going to do that now. And right defense, hey man, why not? Okay. You see the problem right now, what I'm doing to my team is I'm actually making them even more tired. Okay. They're all going to be exhausted before the game is done, man. Okay. All right. There we go. Trap inside with OIs combination. Ball went to the center. They rushed and they won the ball back. What about the combination of much higher defensive line and drop off more? What will that result in? Much higher defensive line with drop off more. It's like choking, but you gotta ask your team to run a lot, right? Because every time you lose the ball, you want them to run back. I do that if I want to play safety first football, right? Okay, so this is when you do this, even with a much higher defensive line like this, it's safety first. Like how some teams play, like Real Madrid. Sometimes they play like that. They actually get everybody. They try to get everybody back, right? Okay, drop off more. You can do that as well. So if you wanted to, when you have the ball, go choke. When you don't have the ball, everybody come. You're gonna make your defenders very tired. A lot of people are complaining that the defenders seem to be getting very tired. Take a look at the instructions you're using. That could explain why. Okay, watch this. Right, we're all at the back. Well, look at where my lines are. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are playing very... Okay, maybe dial it back a bit. We're playing very attacking. I think that's a bit crazy. Okay, so Langlet. He's taking on very attacking mentality. On attacking mentality, he decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to run the length of the pitch. Skip. Of course, he's got dribble more. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're playing standard passing at low tempo. There's mixed passing, but your tempo is low enough so that your players don't get jaded very quickly, right? See what's happened? Would this be wise? I wouldn't do this. No, if it was my own game, this is beta, so we can experiment all we like. If I was playing this game and I wanted to win, I probably wouldn't have started like that. That's crazy. I mean, I'm playing. Okay, first up, I'm playing against a bottom heavy system. They're built for the counter. All they gotta do is soak, hit, and put one over the top. I'm in trouble. Right. So if I don't keep the ball, I'm gonna lose. Right? If I kept possession of the ball and I get more players into attack and I'm not too rushed about it, okay, I can probably create issues for this defense, right? Because now they're all back defending. We can carry on a bit more and we'll see what happens. But my team, for all the possession in the world, is not gonna do well. Okay. I think we're gonna go positive. Okay, I'm going to do something different. Okay, instead of pass into space, I'm going to step up more, but I'm going to play the higher defensive line. I want to get the win, right? So I want to go camping. I'm going to go low crosses. I'm going to switch the play. No right defense. Okay. Hopefully we score. Tottenham against Ipswich Town. Our first instruction wasn't very positive. It's too aggressive. We're giving it the ball away, opening ourselves up to the counter. 5-2-3 systems, right? These kind of systems, you know how I play against them? Oh man, I really depend on my Mazalas to do all the work because I want my Mazalas to split these two up. So I need my Mazalas. I need to keep the ball long enough so the Mazalas are pulled out so I can do something through the center. Or, at least get an option with some other, with switches of play. So what we're doing now. See, now the two DMs are here. I get these two. I might get him if I want to raise the mentality. Or rather raise his duty. So, if you want to do something that's a bit better, right? So you can draw your mentality. You're not taking so much risk. You're not trying every single chance that presents itself. But you have to be smart about your options in terms of TIs. You don't need all the TIs, right? In fact, right now, I would say the fewer TIs you use, the better. That's it. If you look at our final third passes, 66 final third passes. All we need to do is just show a bit of intelligence in how we're moving them about. That's all. If I was playing on a higher mentality, we'd be taking too many risks with the ball, right? We'd be trying too many things. This is the reason why right now, on Football Manager, if you want to start a game, my best advice to anybody playing the game for the first time or somebody who's not even sure about what mentality is done to the game is to start every match on balance. That's it. There's nothing wrong with it. For some people out there, it's like, why would I want to play balance? You know what I mean? It looks bad on the resume, man. Seriously, just have fun. Yeah. I rather play a very defensive sometimes. In most of my Champions League matches right now, against top dogs, right, I go in very defensive all the time. I have so much fun. The underlap instruction is all about holding the ball up, looking for an inside run. The widest player will look out for an inside run. So if you know how to use underlap, it's very powerful. But you don't put underlap on it. Okay, the thing is you don't use underlap. A lot of people are using underlap for the initial positioning. No, I use underlap for the runs. Because I need somebody playing the pass, taking advantage of inside runs. So the widest player is always going to hold up the ball and look for an inside run. This is what I love about Football Manager right now. This is very true to form. No? Because this is what's actually happening when you go to a stadium. When you go to a stadium right now and you're watching a game, right, first it's very squeezed up. The play is really squeezed up. It doesn't look anything like this sometimes. Sometimes it looks like everybody's on one side. Okay, the second thing you'll notice is when you bring the ball out from defense, your players are standing on the defensive line already, your attackers. The problem with previous editions of the game, we don't see that too often. Now, you see that a lot more on Football Manager 23, which is the reason why right now, I am quite a big fan of the engine. I'm not a fan of anything else in the game, but I'm only a fan of the engine. I like... Squad planner just sucks, man. I just hate the squad planner. Okay. Yeah, so okay, I'm just gonna take some guys off. We're gonna take him off. Then we're gonna take Richarlison. I think Harry Kane can come off for a few minutes, right? Okay. Bentancur can come off. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's go. Rotation is your friend in England, okay? Start using, especially for these kind of systems. Play a 4-3-3 really well. Then my advice is when you play a 4-3-3, please go and get a lot of central midfielders in your tactic. Even if it means promoting some of the youth players in your team. Okay, more questions. Come on, guys. Hit me with the questions, man. I'll try and help you out as much as I can. Just keep asking. So, we can go back to very defensive and be a jerk. Okay. Boom, drop the tempo to low. Hey, look at this, right? Now we're going to do something funky. Yeah, it can work. Okay, no more. Now drop off more, okay? We'll drop off more. Okay. See this trap inside, right? Couple way, focus play on the through the middle. And the underlap. Wow, this is demonic. Very evil setup. Because I trap them inside, they lose the ball. I'm focusing my play to the middle. Okay, and I also got players attacking through the center. Plus, I got underlaps telling the white players to look out for inside runs. Can we try the AP on the flanks? You want me to try a tactic with AP on the flanks? I'm not a big fan of the AP on the flanks. I never was. I have used him once or twice, but it's such a waste, man. Such a waste. We'll try, okay? I'll do a combination. Mazala, attacking playmaker. Two of them. I know there are people out there who hate that, but we're going to try that. Because based on how this engine is playing right now, it might be okay, but this means that we have to play a Ramdauter or an inside forward on the right side. And it's going to be very one-dimensional attacking tactic. It's always the best always the good formation to master. Yeah, 4-4-2. At least try to understand how to make a 4-4-2 work. It has to be the goal every time you play this game. Yeah. Okay, Tottenham 2, Ipswich 1. We dialed things down towards the end to save conditioning, right, on our players. Okay, again, we come in here. This is like, I mean, SI should give us this magic rest button. England first season is going to be like that. You want to avoid this headache that England is going to have? Go and manage in Germany. Germany doesn't have this headache. They don't have so many games in a week. You go to Germany, right? It's like playing FM without the hassle of multiple games in a week. Where at most you might have 4 games a season. Yeah, where you might have a Tuesday, Saturday, or Wednesday, Sunday game. That's about it. Yeah. If you're not in the Champions League, that is. If you're in the Champions League, of course, you still have your midweek games. Yeah. But if you're like a team mid-table, no drama. Okay. For you and for you only. Okay, we'll try to do a AP. Okay, so I'm going to do AP here. On support, I'm going to do a Mazala on attack. Here we'll do TM on support. Then we'll put an inside forward attack. Is there any player here who can attack this space? Only him. I mean, if we have Mo Salah, it'd be better. We are a left-footed player. We can't have a right-footed player. All of them are right-footed. Okay, then we have to change the tactic around. Kulusevski can play on the right. He's left. Okay. What we'll do is AP support. Mazala attack. Inside for attack. CM support. Inverted wingback support. Wingback support. Where have I done it like this? Okay, I want to create a kind of a flood here. Right. Inverted wingback comes in here. Mazala goes here. AP comes here. Right. AP tries to find the players, or if fading which the Mazala tries to find the players. So we're creating a kind of a whole very, very creative fulcrum here. Will it work? God only knows. I have no clue if it's going to work or not. Okay. Now we are doing, again, we'll do a focus play to the middle. It can still work. These guys will try to, or the guys will come in even closer. So what we do here, no sit narrow. I'm going to ask you to stay wider, mark tighter, tackle harder. Okay, this player is going to move into channels. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. This is the reason why I'm doing it like that. Kulusevski is going to come here. Okay. Then we got inside forward. Son Heung-min can be a great inside forward as well. So yeah, if there's any team that can pull this off right now, it's probably them. All right, done. Okay, so we're gonna do this. This is a switcheroo tactic. Okay, hopefully it works. Okay, mark tighter. We're toying with the idea of asking to take more risk, but we wouldn't want too many players here trying that. So let's see how it goes, right? Okay. So we got Bissouma. Bentancur, skip. Emerson Royal, does he have? Okay. Gets forward whenever possible. Okay. All right. Hoiberg suspended. Richarlison, Son, Sanchez, Lenglet, Romero, Dyer, Richarlison, Ben Davis. Ben Davis come in. Oh. Perisic, how is he? Okay, Perisic is dead, not Richarlison, not Ben Davis. Okay. Okay, let's try this. See what happens, right? Okay. Oh no, Bissouma is not 100%. Oh man. Man, I wish I could change this right now. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We will take this guy off. We'll play Tanganga. Tanganga can come here. Okay. All right. We might have to take all these three and put them on the pitch sometime in these positions. Okay. We need to change this position. Who's going to play a skip? Bentancur plays here. Dyer, where are you? I thought I reason. Yeah, okay. You come here. You come here. Ah, man. Now again, no, this comes deep to get the ball. It's going to be very annoying. Okay, it's going to be very, very annoying. Okay, Lenglet can come here. Yeah, Lenglet. Okay, Ref. All right, let's see whether this works. What's the difference inside for an inverted winger? Basically, if you want somebody who's creating chances, it's an inverted winger. If you want somebody who's creating chances and scoring goals, it's an inverted winger and inside forward. If you want somebody whose primary function is to score goals, that's an inside forward. The way they turn to create chances, inside forward use his left leg more often than not. And sometimes he will use his right leg to cross the ball. But most likely, if he's going to cross the ball, the inside forward will only use his left leg to go down the flanks unless he's a right only. If he's a right only, he will cut inside. But inverted winger will always do a turn away from the center of the pitch and then he will turn to face to use his preferred foot when he crosses the ball. So that's basically the primary difference between the two roles. Yeah. All right, we're gonna play this AP on the flanks of the Mazzala. Well, not a lot of people like this, but okay, we'll see. I used to do the AP Mazzala all the time, long time ago. It used to be, I think it was FM23, right? I had a lot of critics who said it doesn't work, but I was enjoying it because I said the combination drew so many players to one side of the pitch that we completely dominated the other side. So we're gonna play this on balance because we don't need to be very defensive, right? So we'll just try this out. We're gonna drop step up more, okay, and then we're gonna trap inside. All right, so we lose the ball inside. It's gonna land to our playmakers hopefully. Okay, this is Romero. Okay, there's ball playing defender. We have to stop him from running now. Hey, our ball playing defender is very, 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 very ambitious. Okay, so we'll talk to the ball playing defender. I mean, I'm sorry, Mr. Ball playing defender, but you don't need to do this anymore. Okay, you don't need to stay wider. Okay, all right, we stop the ball playing defender from doing that. I take a lot of risks with ball playing defenders nowadays. Well, I love the way they're playing, so I'm doing all kinds of funky stuff with them. In fact, I even once, the reason why he's got stay wider is because I was working on a one defender tactic. So basically what I'm hoping to see is my ball playing defenders, or rather two defenders. You know, sometimes you get these two defenders who are lopsided because one defender is going running up and he got two left here. That's what I was trying to do. So I get like a halfback and then this ball defender goes all the way up here and then he comes up. So it's a very lopsided, at some points it even looks like one defender only. Yeah. See, one of the reasons why I don't like this flank AP tactics is because you end up in situations where you have to like sacrifice a lot of goal opportunities. AP on the flanks is not my favorite because you kill off a lot of your own options. no one is going to convince me right now. No one in this world can convince me that AP on the flank is a good option. No one. It's impossible to convince me. I'll tell you it's not possible because you're going to end up losing a lot of your... You're going to end up losing a lot of goal scoring options because you're tying one side of the pitch up completely to goal generation. Goal creation rather. I have to do this. So if the play, what will happen is the AI now is sharp enough to recognize when you're using a playmaker. When you're using a playmaker, they type mark him. So your playmakers get type mark. Better off using a playmaker in the center and putting... I would rather use a playmaker in the Mazala's position and put him on attack. If you're going to mark me, I'm going to take you out with fouls. So you see, so far he hasn't created anything, but he might, no? He might, maybe just one small chance he might have to create something. Yeah, AP is very rare. I don't like APs on the flanks at all. Yeah. You rarely ever see any side with APs on the flanks. You will see players creating chances from the flanks all the time, yes. But you got an inverted winger who does it. Because right now it means that their AP is not going to be a goal scoring threat. That's a problem. Okay, what you're going to do now is going to try and do it differently, okay? So what you're going to do is going to make him an attack duty. Now, we're going to turn this guy into a Mazala on support. And this might make things a bit interesting. Alright, okay. We're going to set him wider. Okay. Mazala is going to come here. How do I play this? He's just gonna go here. Okay, we'll watch it because in my head I'm thinking I want this guy to come this way. To do that, I'll sit narrow, but sit narrow now creates a problem. Trap inside. Stop crosses. So when I apply sit narrow to the Emerson Royal, what's going to happen to him is when we have to defend, right? He's not going out to stop the cross. He's tucking inside. So is that what I want? Oh. You can play an inverted winger, Kieran, because then he's got fantastic passing and he can still get into the area to score goals. You see, that's what I mean. If I have a fantastic passer on the flanks, I will use him as an inverted winger on attack. He will create chances for the opposite side, but he'll also try and get into the area to score goals. If I'm going to play an AP, he'll be on attack, not on a support. I will never use him on support. I'd rather him drive at the defense, pull players away, and then also get a chance to score goals. So if I wanted to use an AP, it wouldn't be a support role like this. Like just now, it'll definitely be an attack duty. Yeah. But then I have to change my tactics slightly, right? So I won't be able to use like roles like inverted wing backs. Then when I have an AP attack, he comes here. You see this? Big difference now. Now he becomes a goal scoring threat. This guy gives us width. Right, so he comes in, he's always going to have players on him, but the wing back now is a free player. No? So if the wing back needs to come up, he can. So you see. Right, so we got all this going on right now. So, yeah, yep. This is slightly better. Well, for me, like APs, no. So I right now, this is how I would set it up. Like if I want to play an AP, I'll play white. I get him to attack. Much like Eden Hazard used to do, right? But back then, Eden Hazard wasn't a playmaker. It was like if anybody would want to call him anything, more like an inverted winger on attack. So now players are going to look for him. So he holds the ball up. Then he got options, right? So he's still ultimately a ball shuttler. Then if you lose possession on that side of the pitch, you're gonna have to have very strong players, right? So I guarantee you the AI is gonna find your AP. He will find your AP. It will see. AI does tight marking. It happened in one of my games. I had this inverted wingman generating a lot of passes. First half, right, it was like peaceful, no? We were having this inverted wingman. I was like, yeah, okay, all right, cool. I'm having fun. Okay, we're going to see a big scoreline here. I went from 3-0 up to 4-3 down because I was like, hey, what's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? That's when I realized that I considered 2 goals or 3 goals. That's when I realized, oh, sheesh kebabs. They've taken my inverted wingback out of the equation. They can't pass the ball to him. He's being marked. So my inverted wingback ended up being marked because he had the highest passes received by team, because I set the tactic in such a way that the inverted wingback was now the playmaker. But they started targeting that player with tight marking. So yeah, it can happen in a game. Our playmakers, if they start generating a lot, you will see somebody on him. I mean, I like these changes right now to the match engine. Just notice my app for chat is at a different time to the stream on my TV. Ignore me, I'm on by 3 minutes. Okay. It's alright, man. I've completely retired BPD on 500. Don't like them. Okay. Right. Yeah. Some people will not like BPDs. Yeah. If you have like a very average team, I don't blame you. Yeah. I'm a huge BPD fan. I'll use BPDs all the way, man. I'm into that whole running at defenders kind of thing. Running at teams. Okay, now we're gonna bring on all these players. I'm bringing on a Sanchez, Dyer. I'm taking all these guys. I'm just putting any player I have on the bench. Japat Danganga is coming off a skip. Son Heung-min is gonna come off. Oh no, he can't take him off anymore. So okay. Notice the difference in this game and the other game. If you look, what I would normally do when I create tactics, right, is I will, the tool here, this tool that I'm going to release. I think I'm going to do a video on this tool. I'm going to release it in the next few days to all of you in the community, right? Okay. So once it should be sometime maybe Wednesday or Thursday, I will release the video and explain how to use the tool. Like if you create a tactic, go and look at your players and see how many chances your EP has been creating. If you've got a setup where you want an attacking playmaker. Okay, here, I'll show you where's the best place for the attacking playmaker. It's not on the flanks, it's actually in the center. Where the Mazzala was playing, you put the attacking playmaker there. In fact, you put a Mazzala and an AP together, right? Put the AP on attack. Very, very problematic for the defenders. Nah, I wouldn't bother. You're sacrificing play for nothing. If you put an AP there just to attract players, that's pointless. You might as well just, have a bit of shorter passing on that side, have a few support duties, you still attract players there. Yeah, players, I wouldn't, I don't get the whole, I need to use an AP to attract players. Yeah, then chances are that role that you have attracting players is going to generate a very low rating as well. Because he's not performing like an attacking playmaker. He's not giving you key passes. He's not doing much, right? He's just a very sad, lonely figure that nobody can find a pass. Nobody can make a pass to. So, if you want to do AP, right, like this on attack, right? Okay, my advice is this, right? So you always play him on attack in this tier. Put him here if you want to. Put him here or put him here on attack. But don't play him on support. Never play him on support. Because if you play him on support and you lose the ball, you're toast. Yeah. You don't want him to be hanging about like, I got all the time in the world to play the pass. Because right now, the game punishes us a lot. No, if you're... Yeah, he's going to be time marked. Can I do a winger isolation tactic to always play your wingers in a one-on-one situation? Winger isolation tactic. Well, wingers one-on-one against players. Yeah, most transitions are going to be like that. Look at this. Like here, AP and attack is one-on-one with this player already. The moment you have like wingers or wide players, you are going to have a lot of opportunities to do one-on-ones, even on any mentality right now. If you play them on attack, bound to be. See, he's already in space to attack. It's the reason why, okay, that's the first one, right? Let's create another one. Using the same base plate. Like, okay, we're going to make this now. Let's turn this guy. Okay, this is another version, right? Okay. Advanced playmaker on attack. Mazzala on support. We're gonna go inside forward support now. Wait, okay, inside forward as well. I'm confused. I got too many inside forwards. Okay, inside forward. We'll try something like this. AP and attack. He's gonna drive, right? Well, this might push these two because we're not attacking them. Well, poor thing, this team. England is England, man. I'm using the, and this is with the assistant manager managing training, you know. I didn't have this problem when I was managing the team myself because my preseason was still okay. Okay, let's see now. Okay, let's go. Go on holiday. Next match. Oh, shish kebabs. When is the next match? November 20th. Are we having a holiday? We play against Palace and then we play Leeds. Okay, so we come back on the 21st of January against Leeds. 21st of January. Wow. Wait, hold on. Am I right? Is it the World Cup? We're not going to go and see the World Cup again, okay? All right, we did that one time already. Yeah, man. 21st of January. Cheers. It's a long holiday, man. 23. I still can't believe that we're coming back on the 21st of January. That's it. And Harry Kane is the top scorer in this tactic. All right, I'm just going to answer some questions that you guys might have. Okay, so while that is happening, let's look at some of your questions. See whether I missed any or not. Let's see. Let me scroll back. Why three at the back are not strong defensively? Who said they're not strong? They are strong. You can play a three at the back very strong. I got one that's five at the back with three central midfielders. It's also very strong. You got to set it up correctly and you got to play the right mentality. And the problem is for most people is they're all setting it up wrongly. The ones who have got the three at the backs and they're conceding a lot of goals is probably because A, you don't have an outlet to go score goals, right? So for example, you can set up a tree with two. Remember the day I created one flat back five with two DMs, but I have three attacking duties, right? So we soak and we hit one over the top, defensive tactic. Then the other day we had a three at the back, but now we want to play the wings and we want to go down the flanks in a quick transition. If you don't play with a DM, you run into trouble. So that we had to play. I showed you what will happen if you play a 3-5-2 without a DM, and I showed you what will happen with a DM, right? The moment we started playing with a DM, it became rock solid. So when you create your back three systems, you gotta think about how you're gonna defend. Right? It's not a question of just plastering the back five and going, why doesn't it defend? If you didn't set it up right, it's not gonna defend well, man. That's it. It's that straightforward right now. Yeah, good fella. When you get the AP to sit narrow, it used to work now, but now if you get him to sit narrow, it's closer to the DMs because they're playing with a lot of DMs now. Okay. A lot of the formations are now playing with double DMs, right? So if you get him to sit narrow, he's actually closer to the DMs. What you should be doing is asking him to stay wider. Pulls the DM away. My inside forwards are not scoring a lot of goals. Right? Because if I play with two inside forwards, they're both staying wide. They're not sitting narrow. You sit narrow right now. That was last year. Now you stay wide. Now you hug the line as much as you can. When they hug the line with the Mazzala, that's why the Mazzala inside forward right now is the best one of the best combinations in the game. Half space, Mazzala, right? Inside forward staying wide. When they get the ball, the Mazzala goes to the flanks. He pulls the DM away with him. Inside forward gets space to come on the inside. One DM is right out of position. The other DM comes in to fill the gap. The whole right side of the pitch is not open. So if you want to play right now, you can't use the same rules or rather the same logic from last season because the width has changed, mentality has changed, right? A lot of the roles and duties have changed. If people are coming into this game using the same logic that they did last season, they probably struggle. I have completely whitewashed my brain cells already. If you play sit narrower right now on any of your players, right? If you tell them to sit narrow, yeah, they'll sit narrow in attack, right? They come out, they go narrow, right? Okay. When they defend, also they tuck inside. So you've got to stop cross. So you remember you have this instruction that says stop crosses. He's already sitting narrow. Now he's got to go out to stop the cross. Doesn't help your situation anymore. So you got to think about all the other instructions that you're using. Stop crosses and then sit narrower. They don't work together, man. Because when they have the ball, they're narrow. And then when they lose the ball, you're telling them to sit narrow, which means who's going to go out there to stop the cross? It's not going to be this guy's a priority. It'll be another player on the pitch. By the time that happens, the opposition will come down the pitch, right? You're exposed already. But if you don't have sit narrow, what's going to happen is When you have stop crosses, the wider players are going to track the target and they're going to stay really close to him, which is the reason why you got to be very careful with sit narrow. Sit narrow is a nice instruction. You can be very careful, right? So it's not something. Right now, sit narrow is not an instruction I give to any of my players in the final third. Not even I'm using stop crosses. Because I want them to come back, especially on lower mentalities. I get all of them coming back all the time without fail. But I know that if I give them that instruction, there is a possibility they will not come back, and that I don't want to take. So yeah, you got to be careful with sit narrow right now. So a lot of instructions from last season, people putting in the tactics. Not a lot. Ball playing defender dribble more I was using last season, right? Was good last season. It's too good. It's very strong this season. But if you have the wrong, coming back for holiday, we're back already. Sorry, they're playing games without us. Wow, Carabao Cup, we smashed Leeds, man. Well, the boys played without me. How dare they? They took to the pitch without us. Wow. Not bad, huh? Let's read the goals that we scored, eh? First free kick. Davis takes this. This is us. This is using our tactic, no? The attacking playmaker tactic, okay? This is the one with the attacking playmaker. So we'll see how the attacking playmaker is done. Kulusevski, Bentancur, the playmaker is everywhere. He's causing problems with his runs. His runs are pulling players away. Yeah, this goal will show me that. Where is it? Okay, this is the 5th goal. I think it was this goal. See, watch this, right? So this is the attacking playmaker. Right, he runs. Okay, watch this, right? Look at this. Pressing forward, playmaker now change. Okay, he's riding. Okay, that's a good pass. Playmaker is here now. Playmaker is attracted to players, pull us away, creates a space. Okay. This is the attacking playmaker just now. Alright, so this is the thing right now with me. Okay, you're going to use attacking playmaker, use it in exactly this setup. Attacking playmaker this way. Now we play the game, okay? Yeah. We just saw the goals, that's all. Have you tried any Guardiola style? Guardiola style is just play as many players like this. This is Guardiola style. If you want to do it, inverted wing back. So I play with a lot of support. It's just Guardiola style tactics are just going to happen if you have players with high teamwork right now. They'll do a lot of positional switching. Yeah. Automatically they do positional switching. Hey, Rossiski, how are you, man? Oh, sorry. Sorry, the script was too small, right? You didn't see it. My bad. I was talking. Okay, I'll show you the goal again. My bad, guys. Sorry. Okay, it was the 3rd goal. 1, 2, 3. This girl. I forgot, man. How was I talking to myself? You guys were watching it. Okay, there we go. 3rd goal, right? Okay, watch. This is our white player. This is our playmaker. Okay, watch how he creates the space for our striker, right? So he gets... look at his off the ball running. That's the important bit here. He's off the ball running, confuses the back line. Then this guy goes out. Okay, we're gonna have to play this to watch it now. Okay, so let's go. Okay, who's this? Bissouma. Are we playing? Is it next match? 5 days time. Yeah, okay. So once again, World Cup is over, right? But I'm still gonna rest them. I don't know, man. Magic cheat button for resting. Okay, we got... Oh my god, Manchester United followed by another game. You actually want to see a very specific movement. The MC coming in diagonal between the centre back and full back, so the defense have to compromise on either following. I want to see a very specific movement. The MC running in diagonal between the centre back away from goal, you mean? They play a Mazzala. Yeah, you have to play a Mazzala with the winger. Then the MC will run diagonally away from goal. Yeah. That's what you want. That's why I do all the time. I want to see that kind of diagonal running, right? So the central midfielder, instead of running straight, he actually runs away from the center to pull the defender and the fullback, right? So he goes towards that direction. You want to get those kind of runs, you have to use rolls that move into channels. Yeah. So those kind of that kind of movement comes from moves into channels. Yeah, because that's the space between players. Okay, so you probably need to use a winger and a Mazala. Yeah. Here I'm using an inside forward. So what we're gonna do with this inside forward? Have we got stay wider? We got stay wider on this guy. Just checking, okay, guys, because we gotta put stay wider on this guy as well. Okay. All right. So we got all the boys. We got Lenglet, Sanchez. Who else do we need to put in here? Oliver, come to daddy, Oliver. No. Hoiberg has got flair, right? Yeah, you got flair. Bissouma, oh my goodness, Bissouma shoots with power, hits free kicks. Bentancur has got comes deep to get the ball, right? Brilliant. Okay, we got all the right players with the right traits. Harry Kane. We gotta play Harry Kane there, man. Son Heung-min, where are you? Okay, put Son Heung-min here. Luka Moura. No, do we play Richarlison or Luka Moura? Knox Bus. Okay, because they're both right-footed anyway, so doesn't make much of a difference. Yeah, so you want that movement, right? I think that's what you want. So move into channels. Just get a play with move into channels. That's it. And then you want to try something very funky. Tell the guy to stay wide. Both of them to stay wide. See what happens. Yeah, you pull them out of position all the time. Okay, so now we want to see this. This is the one with the playmaker. This is the best position for the playmaker right now. Yeah. If you play him in the other tier, you have to play him on attack duty. Oh, we're gonna go defensive. Manchester United, right? Okay. We're gonna drop off more. Okay. Manchester the United. Okay. Fairly wide. Let's see what happens. We might. I don't know, man. I don't want to lose this game. I hate losing to Manchester United. I don't care who I manage though. It's a personal distaste of mine. I don't mind draws. Wins are of course better, but no, defeat unacceptable. Smash monitor time. I still remember going to my friend's house to play Football Manager and smash his monitor. He got such a shock. It's like, what the hell you just do to my monitor? Sorry, man. I lost to United. And he's an Arsenal fan. So I was like, what? You're playing this game and you smash my monitor. I say, I'll buy you a new monitor. Yeah, I just don't like using it to United. That's it. Pia! I took great pleasure in smashing his monitor. So I always wanted to smash a monitor, right? So I should pick the friend's monitor to smash. Alright, we're defending quite well. Okay, I mean, that's what I want to do. I'm playing on defensive, right? But the funny thing is that everybody's on defensive. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change things around slightly. You got to get some ambition in our lives, okay? There's no ambition here. So we are going to turn this guy into inside forward attack. Then we're going to leave him as a pressing forward support. If I play pressing forward attack, he's going to run away from goal. Ericsson comes in, blocked. Okay. Oh, I love this game. Okay. Oh, yeah. Next highlight is ours. How predictable. Okay. Oh, Richarlison should have scored. Yeah, go to his house, smash his monitor. Wife got a shock, man. No, actually, he went away, for 3 days. The wife, because they left the house to me. Husband and wife both left out the weekend. So they said, Daljit, yeah, you can just enjoy yourself. Make yourself comfortable. Yeah, they came back to find their monitor smashed. With the new one already on its way, see. So I already ordered the new monitor for them. But it felt good, man. It felt good smashing a monitor. If anybody wants to know, have I ever smashed a monitor? Yeah, I have, not mine. If I do it at home, my wife is gonna ask somebody to have a long conversation with me. Okay, so Davis. Okay, oops, come on. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, what a challenge. Oh no, it's Marcus, the Rashford. He's in. He scores the goal. C'est la vie, such is life. Okay, we gotta come out of this, man. Let's do this. There's no point sitting back anymore. We shall have to bring the game to them. All right, so we did that. We tried to sit back and try to beat this team, but we didn't succeed. So we're gonna step up more. Same thing, no changes. But now we're gonna have. We're gonna maintain this. Okay. All right, I'm gonna maintain that. Did they ever get you to wash the house after that? Nah, they still do. No, then he came to my place, right? Many years later, he came to stay in my apartment. So now I'm away on a business trip. So I'm away on a business trip. And so I said, dude, you can play my Xbox, my PlayStation, have fun in my house, do whatever you want, right? Okay, so then while I'm overseas, okay, I get a call. He go like, hey, Daljit, I got good news, I got bad news. Say, what's the bad news first? Dude, I'm so sorry. Say, what? There was a fire in your house. I'm like, what? A fire in my house? Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. The kitchen got I burned something in the kitchen. So your kitchen now, is burnt. The good news is I managed to clean up the mess. It was expecting to lose my head. I said, okay, dude, I'll talk to you. I'll see you when I get back up. What am I supposed to do? He burned my whole house. If he burned my whole house out, what can I do, right? So when I flew back, right, I've discovered that while he was staying in my place, playing with my Xbox, he had dumped his cigarettes and the ashtray into a bin. And while he was trying to get Halo, he was playing Halo. So while I was trying to break the Halo records, the bin had caught fire, and then the fire had spread to the kitchen, and it burned down. He's literally burning one side of the kitchen down the wall. So that was what he had to share with me. See, this is one time you don't want to play ball playing defender on dribble more. See, I'm playing against a good team who can press me. This is not the time you do ball playing defender, right? So you have to know who you. So this, I wanted to show you guys this. So like, Langlet shouldn't be doing dribble more because he's running into trouble all the time when he does that. See, so this is one of the reasons why I'm not such a... Okay, the only places I play the attacking playmaker are in that central pocket. But the problem when you play a attacking playmaker in the central pocket is you're always going to attract the attention of somebody who's going to try and shut him out. So it's not always a guaranteed success. So they end up holding on to the ball. They end up doing things to the ball, which is one of the reasons why you can try and sell me the AP role as much as you like. Okay, you can try. I'm not buying. Right? I just don't think it's okay if you have a very good team. Yeah, it makes sense. But if you meet another team that's like technically supposed to be at your level, yeah, a tactic that did so well against another team is going to struggle. Right? We didn't do many changes to this tactic, right? But we can't do anything away from home. Yeah, so I rather play simpler tactics without those roles in the center which attract the attention of tight marking and hard tackling from the air. Yeah, revenge, right? Revenge is a dish best served by my friends, man. I know my best friends. I've known some of my best friends since I was like 6 years old. I grew up with them, right? So they've seen me do all kinds of crazy stuff. Like once I was cycling down a road, and this is a true story for FYI, right? So it was like, I think it was something like 2 a.m. in the morning. We had gone to play pool at this 24-hour pool parlor place. No, so we were playing pool the whole night. And then we get there by cycling there, okay? So we were cycling back home, and I was very tired. So I was cycling down the road. It was a bit dark. Then there's this bus stop, and there was this car at the bus stop. So as I'm cycling down, and I wasn't paying attention, this guy opens the door. And I smash, my bicycle smashes into the door of the car, and I go flipping over the car. All my friends stopped riding and all started laughing because it looked like the most comical thing in the world. It was comical. It looked so stupid. Okay, it's like a cartoon, no, really. And then when I got up, I was also laughing like crazy because I thought it was dumb. Then the guy came out and he had this petrified look on his face because he felt bad. And all my friends were waiting for me to kind of like, oh man, this is perfect, man. Daljit is going to squeeze this guy for a lot of money. Like 2,000, 3,000. We got the night mate, man, guys. We can, after this, go drinking. And they all had the same mindset, all 5 of them. Then the guy comes out to me, hey, I'm so sorry I knocked you, I'm so sorry I should have looked before I opened the door. And I said, yeah, you stupid idiot. You should have looked before you I could have been seriously hurt. Look at my bicycle. I was, okay. Look at my bicycle, the damage to my bicycle. I wouldn't know how to replace all these parts. I look at this bad, this bad. Yeah, so the guy turns around. I mean, by the time I had said all that, he would have given me like his bloody car as compensation, okay? He was that scared of me because I'm towering over him. I'm bigger than him. So this guy is like, oh my God, okay. Then he asked me, how much you want? I said, $50. My friends on the side fell off their bikes, all laughing and laughing and laughing, because I could have asked him for 1,000 and he would have given me. He would have given me the keys to his car, so that he felt so bad. I asked for $50 because I just don't know how to take advantage of people. I just don't. Okay. So my friend laughed and laughed. So yeah, I've done some really crazy stuff in my lifetime. Stupid stuff has happened to me. So this friend who burned my house down and I smashed his monitor, we go back a long way. So there won't be this, oh my God, you broke my monitor, or no, my God, you burned my house down. I'm not going to be. So when he called me to say he burned, part of my house down, I was like, okay, I'll live with it. That was my reaction. So now we got another game, right? We'll see the same effect. Okay. Now, against good teams, maybe you'll find this problem because why? The good teams are going to make sure that this guy is taken out of the equation. They will. Right? So we can't play Bentancur here. We're going to play him here. We put same group. Okay. Yeah, same group. Where's Harry Kane? We'll play Richarlison up top. I think can we? No, it's not 100%. Right. Okay. Life is very simple, man. No, when you play an attacking playmaker, you're making your tactic one dimension. This is what I say about attacking. Unless you're a good team and you are able to control play, right? If you want to play these kind of playmaker systems, right? He's gonna attract. So the Masala comes this way to build up play, right? Hold the ball up. He's gonna work with this inside forward. What you really need is somebody like, okay, we have a player attacking this way. We've got a creative fulcrum here, right? Against average teams, no problem. Look at this. Perisic is now going. We get a ball here. Attacking playmaker is going to take a shot at goal. He's not creating. He's going to try shots at goal. I'm okay with the attacking playmaker. I'm just not a huge fan. So he goes backwards because he's got players on him. Just watch. Just number of times he's going to be tight marked. Now he's in the area, tries to score a goal. This is the best way to use the attacking playmaker. So he will try to create goals with 4 other players, or he'll try to score goals. But if you play against a good team, you think he's gonna get time and space because those AI managers are gonna time mark him. Okay, now he goes Son taking. There's Son. Okay, so hit them. So inside forward running through gets the only way you can get inside forward to play well is if you get the ball to him, right? So just now we couldn't get the ball to him. That's why he had to get back in. What's your favorite DM-CM combination? So far, right now, in Football Manager 23, halfback Mazala. Right now, right at the top, first choice, halfback. Second choice, DM. CM, Mazala all the time. Right now, for me, the best combination, I'll tell you my 4-3-3 dream roles, okay? BPD, wingback, inverted wingback, halfback, Mazala, CM support, inside forward, pressing forward. That's it. For me, that's the best combination of roles in a 4-3-3. But pressing forward support, he stays near the pocket. He doesn't go to the flanks, right? Then inside forwards will attack. If I do an overload nicely, what will happen is those guys are gonna attack, dribble, and do diagonal runs. Okay, maximum width. Right, so yeah, Mazala, AP, wingback are very easy now. No AP. Wait, Mazala, CM and support, and inside forward. Now you see Son playing better, but I'm going to change this right now. Okay, I don't want AP. I much prefer this. And then this guy will be, wow. Okay, this guy will be Mazala attack. No? He'll push up into this pocket. Okay. What is it? Now we've really changed this tactic, man. I don't recognize it anymore. Okay, hold on. We go back to my original liquid. I have no clue what this tactic is. Okay, play it like this. And an inverted winger still creates chances like a playmaker. Just in case you guys are wondering, I know there are some people who want to play the playmaker role because they see certain players as playmakers. An inverted winger still creates chances like a playmaker, but he is not a ball magnet. He doesn't have the he won't end up being tight marked, right? So much as like a playmaker. A playmaker on the other hand might see a lot of short passes being played to him, and then we can't play those important passes that you want. Yeah, it's just look at this. He's been an inverted winger. Look at his numbers. He's not. He's 7.1. He's creating chances. Son is just tired. He's World Cup year, I think. Got no more legs. Then Richarlison was about to set off on his run right inside. So this is why I like. This is why I like this setup right now. So I get multiple options. I don't have to waste time, like go to the flank and then try and get somebody to create a goal. No, it comes from everywhere because we've got players attacking. We've got multiple routes to the goal. So even a CM or support can score goals. I will never be convinced to play AP on the flanks. In fact, I will not be convinced to play AP in a 4-3-3. This is so nice. You know Mazzala? Look at this Mazzala, where he's sitting right now. This is a perfect place right now for us to. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Waiting for this person, this player to go down the flanks. This inside forward is hugging the line. This inside forward is sitting here on the outside of the players. This is where we want. Last year we couldn't get this positioning done properly. Yeah, when you guys want to try a white playmaker in a 4-4-2, when you get it working nicely, you can talk to me about it. You can tell me about it. I'm not even going to try a white playmaker in a 4-4-2. With the way traps are working, I mean, okay, let me ask you a question. Let me just ask you a question, right? If you are a person, you're a human playing against an AI, let me ask you this question. If the AI sees you using an AP on the flanks, if you see the AI using a white playmaker on the flanks, what are you going to do? What will you do as a human manager? You type mark, right? You find some way to shut the service to the white playmaker. You see, the same way you play is now being set up by SI for the AI engine as well. Okay, so the AI manager, if he sees that you have a player generating a lot of passes, the AI manager will time out your player. So if you are the sort, if your answer to me was, I'll do something about the white playmaker, then you can expect the AI might try that. You can try a double white playmaker in a 4-4-2. I rather use inverted wingers. Why? Inverted wingers on support, right? Okay, look. You do a white playmaker, he's going to pass with his right foot away from goal, towards goal. Okay? So he does this like from the outside in kind of passes, right? Okay, now, but if you use an inverted winger, he's going to turn, pull the fullback away, then turn inside onto his left foot to play a pass. So the inverted winger is going to turn this way, in this direction, then play the pass here. The inverted winger here, on this side of the pitch, is going to turn from this position, like Kulusevski is here. Kulusevski will turn this way. Okay, then play a pass this way. So on the other side, they turn this way and play a pass this way. So which pass do you think is more dangerous? The white playmaker coming down here and then trying to play a simple pass, maybe a diagonal pass, or do you think the inverted winger's pass is more dangerous? I guarantee you the inverted winger's pass is more dangerous. Because if you have attack duties or a target man poacher combination, then the inverted winger, when he turns, right, if he's on support, you've got a target man, maybe pressing forward support, then you can have a long pass like just what we just did. Okay, all right. He'll come in, he'll play those kind of passes inside towards the target man. I mean, like I said before, if you play the thing is, what inverted winger won't attract tight marking. Why playmakers will always attract tight marking? So I don't know which part of this conversation is hard for you guys to understand. It's like you guys have this thing about needing to play the white playmaker. A lot of people seem to have this urge to play the white playmaker. Go ahead and play, but don't come complaining to me, asking me how to make it work. I'll just tell you, it was already a bad idea to begin with. No, inverted winger. You see, every time you use a playmaker, there's a sign on the head that says bling, 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 mark me, mark me, mark me, mark me. You might as well put a big flashing neon sign on your head and tell the AI, hey, I'm making it easier for you. I'm using a playmaker. And then you're using two of them. So bling, bling, bling. Yeah, man. I wouldn't do it. Inverted wingers are so much better. Do you know one of my best 4-2-4s right now is double inverted wingers, target man, poacher. Right now. I use two inverted wingers, right? Okay. And I use the target man poacher. So all they do is just drop balls over the head. I'm playing a low block. So all they do is they attract the attention of teams. They turn inside and then they play the ball over the top. But I have to ask my volante to... I'm using double volantes and I tell my volantes to move into the channel. So what happens is, so either the volante makes the pass or the inverted winger makes the pass. So both of them can make the pass. Yeah. Do I have an updated Moneyball view? Yeah, it's gonna. I'm releasing everything on Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday. I'll do a video on the new tool. This tool. You guys will be able to use this. Then you can import your views in there. So the views that I'm gonna be exporting is this one. I mean, let's let this game finish first. Yeah. The game not even over yet. So have you tried? You should try the inverted winger, no? You should try the inverted winger 4-4-2. But if you want to play a low block, but I mean, I'm not saying the white playmaker won't work. I just don't like it. But you can try it. I mean, if I were trying a white playmaker, then I'll probably play ball-winning midfielders beside him. Like, if you're going to do a white playmaker, give him plenty of protection. And give him a role that is going to close down in front of him, not behind him. Right, so you play a white playmaker and then ball-winning midfielder on support. Okay, I'll play white playmaker, ball-winning midfielder, two of them beside him. Right, so the white playmaker now has got a very strong support beside him. Then it might work. You don't want to give the white playmaker a role that is like box-to-box midfielder beside him. Don't give him something simple. A person there who's just gonna win balls for him, all day long. It's like a very old. It probably can work. Like, okay, let's try that. Okay, so far you guys understand mentality already, right? Okay, so you know that mentality. You can play very defensive. So what we're gonna do is now gonna create one of those kind of systems. Okay, just make you guys happy. I know you guys will be, why does she want to play the white AP kind of setup? Okay, we'll do the AP setup just for you guys. Okay, white playmaker on support. Okay, let's try ball winning midfielder. God, I don't believe I'm doing this. Okay, all right. Okay, you put this guy up top. Okay, ball winning midfielder on support. You come back here. Okay, maybe we'll try high up the pitch. See what happens, right? Okay, we might tweak this along the way. Okay, then we'll do fullback on attack. Okay, we go around the camel's ass. But why am I using fullbacks instead of wingbacks? If I use wingbacks, you're going to dribble, right? So if I use fullbacks, you're going to pass. Okay, now we don't need you to do all this. Okay, and just keep it simple. We don't want you to be the stars of the show anymore. So now they're going to be simple ball-playing defenders. In fact, if we simplify it even more, we simplify it so that these guys are the focus. So now we got these players. Okay, what we're going to do with this player is he's going to sit narrow automatically. Okay, we just leave him to mark tighter, tackle harder. Actually not. We get him to mark tighter only. Tackle harder, unnecessary. We don't have to lose the ball. See whether this works. Okay. Mark tighter, no tackle harder, done. Okay, now these two guys are going to Yeah, you see what I did? SI did, right? They removed this option. This guy used to be in this position. I think SI, did you put it back? No, they removed this because it was cheat code last year. Last year was a cheat code, massive cheat code. Okay, so now we're going to go target forward on support and pressing forward support. Let's try target forward and pressing forward. Neither one of them is going to run too far away, right? So he might run into the channel, or he doesn't hold up ball, and this guy, so double. Okay, now we are going to go mix, underlap, widest. The widest player holds up the ball for inside runs. Are we seeing any inside runs? No, right? So not going to happen. Focus play on the left, focus play on the right. Okay, so these guys move closer to the side of the focus when we have the ball. Okay, all right. Now, counter press, higher defensive line. No, we're going to be playing with a mid block. Okay, then we're going to drop off more, and then we're going to play hit early cross pass in the space. We want to emphasize going to the flanks is a priority. Okay, now very defensive mentality. So we're not playing with a lot of risk in our system. Everybody's going to try and come back and help us defend when we don't have the ball, right? When we have the ball, those that are on attacking duty are going to bolt forward. Pressing forward support, target forward support is fine, right? These two guys are just going to be in front. Maybe we'll tell you to be a target forward. I don't think we need to. Because I put this, what's going to happen is, yeah, still okay. Okay, we'll tell you to be a target forward attack. This guy's going to be a pressing forward support. Okay, now we hope to God we got that right. Oh God, this is crazy, man. Oi, what's happening? Come here. Okay, let's go. No mind. Okay, when is our next match? I don't know who we're playing is. London Derby, I think. Playing Fulham 5 days time. Guys, I have not lost a London Derby yet. Okay. What's your so you really like CM runs from deep are damn good, no? Wow. Any run from deep is right now damn hot. I'm like mesmerized with runs from deep, right now. I'm so happy. Okay, look, SI, if you had just given me a pop-up here that links back to their data hub, I wouldn't have made so much noise about this. Right. Because right now, the reason why I don't like this, I really dislike this thing right now, is because you look at this, right? Planning, right? Watch this, right? Okay. Hey, I want to know what stats they have. Okay, good. Overall. Wow, this is cool. He's got 27 appearances, goals, assists. Well, okay, that's good information to know. Yeah, right. Then I said stats. Oh, they have when playing his position. That's so cool. Okay. As goalkeeper, 27-0-0-0. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, cool. What about this now? When playing his role. Wow. When playing his different roles, they got stuff there too. It's maybe different stats. What? Oh, it's the same. Somebody gave us 3 of these. This is exactly the same. Why do you think I'm so pissed off? When people ask me, when people look at me, right, they probably think like I'm like upset with the game, right? This is one of the reasons why I was so angry. I was literally livid when I saw this. And no amount of nothing anyone can say to me is going to change my mind. Yeah. So the apart from the match engine, I love the match engine. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy this. This is the best match engine I've ever played it with since I started playing Football Manager or Championship Manager. This is the best one to date. Right up there. The best of all time. Okay. Because it's so responsive to changes. The rest of the game is the rest of the features the SI announced, inconsequential. They don't make a difference in my life. Yeah. So yeah, it made me very sad when I saw that. I was very, very sad. I thought it could have been so much more. Okay, so we got this. We got mixed crosses. We got white, so we're going to emphasize. But we're starting on very defensive again. So we're going to try this tactic on very defensive mentality. We got Bissouma, Bentancur, Kulusevski, and Son Heung-min. What a waste of a perfectly good talent. Okay. Romero, Dyer, Doherty, and Perisic. Okay, cool. All right. So Son Heung-min, can he be a wide playmaker? Passing, vision. Let's be realistic. Probably not. Okay. Oliver Skip, passing, vision, decisions, no flair. I mean, he doesn't really need flair. Nah, but okay, we'll put Højbjerg, maybe. I mean, maybe not. Højbjerg? Oh no, it's game starting, sorry. Dressing room. Already chose the players. Okay, we'll be able to see Son Heung-min as a playmaker, and then we'll see Højbjerg as a playmaker. Okay, what we're going to do is watch this in 2D, because you need to understand the movement, right? So we're going to look at the two playmakers on either side. That's it. Then I'm going to, okay, we don't have to do the rest. Okay, now we're playing a very defensive mentality. Okay, Dyer goes, okay, comprehensive, right? Comprehensive. See more. White playmakers. Again, not my favorite role, but never mind. But it used to be good, no? Previous editions of Football Manager. Yeah, it used to be quite good. Maybe we can do it like FM19. Was it FM19 or 20? Where I played we created the killing crossing monster. Was the wingback and white midfielder, right? The combination of the two was guaranteed across, right? So right now, we're not seeing much, right? Fulham getting the better part of the ball. Okay, maybe want to drop. Maybe, push comes to shove. Maybe this isn't a good idea, right? We'll watch it a few more minutes. But those DMs are not helping out very much. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're going to come out on sideline view because we want to see more. Okay. Fulham having the better part of the ball. Okay, they cross. Okay. The defender had to come out very high. Right? Okay, so we'll change this now. So we're now going to bring these guys in here. Okay. Double ball winning midfielders. So I got white playmakers. So I had to, because we're not winning the second ball, so I had to pull them back. Now we just killed the midfield. Now we got two white playmakers here. So let's try and make things different. Okay, so we aren't done with it yet. Maybe because some of you wanted you can't edit the view. Yeah, you can't touch the view, man. There's no editing on the view. Yeah, I tried editing. Actually, there was one stream where we actually edited the view and then we saved the view, but we couldn't call the view as well. Okay, so far nothing has happened, right? So this is quite bad, no? Because in terms of possession, chances created, we have yet to create one. Ball winning midfielder. Where's the white playmaker so far? Yeah, there we go. There he goes. Well, how does he cross the ball? He goes to the flank to cross the ball. Right. White playmakers so far. Okay, maybe this is not good enough, right? You might be thinking, maybe we change this role. Okay, fine, we'll change the role. Let's go Segundo Volantes and support. All right, let's try giving them, what was it? Move into channels, okay? Move into channels, get further forward. Yeah, we get them to get further forward, so they'll get up the pitch, they'll lend some support to those guys, so they have passing options, right? Okay, all right, we'll do that. Okay. Because if you play ball playing defenders to dribble more, they're going to run past those white playmakers. There's no point. Right? Okay. Okay. As we're still trying to get these white playmakers to work. Okay, I hear some of you saying sit narrow, but the white playmakers are already sitting narrow. It's hard-coded into the role, so you can't change that. So it's 23 minutes against Fulham. We're playing at home. Okay, now I'm going to change. Maybe you say, oh no, it's because he's on very defensive. Okay, fine, we'll change it. Okay, now we go for very defensive. We're still using a mid block, right? Okay, we just leave this like this. Or maybe we'll just max it out. Okay, let's see what happens now. Remember, we have stopped crosses too, right? So those white playmakers have to come back and help us defend. Okay. Block. Okay, Lloris to the ball. What does he do? Where's the white playmaker? Out on the flanks. Okay. Have we seen anything yet? Nothing. We're 31st minute. Still not a single highlight of our white playmakers in action. I mean, in terms of passes received, how many passes have they received? Right. We can check at a halfway stage, right? They'll be negligible. Okay, so we've got the white playmaker on one side, and then we've got another white playmaker on the side. It's a very inefficient use of playmakers, in my honest opinion, right? Because you want to create a system where you want to put balls and give it to those two in front. So now Son is from a deeper position as a white playmaker. Highlight ends there. Oh, so sad. Okay. And he's got pass into space. Okay, now Doherty gets the ball. Okay, plays the white playmaker. Already a place on him. See that? Another place on him. How much time do you have to play the pass? Right? So you think wide playmakers are going to have enough time to play those passes? Okay, that's Son Heung-min. Plays a simple pass down the line. Any role could have done that. And now the Kulusevski comes inside to play the pass. Son now out wide, crossing the ball to the other playmaker. So, and this is against Fulham. No? Can you imagine if you tried this against Chelsea, Manchester City? Do you think you could get away with this? You can't. They won't give you time. So your playmakers don't have time on the ball. Which is one of the reasons why whenever somebody comes to me and says, hey, I want to play wide playmakers on the flanks, I go like, okay. Back in Football Manager 22, I would say it's possible because they don't press so aggressively. Right? Now, they're on him like a flash. So he has got to create space. You got to find players that can move. You got to play on a higher tempo. And then maybe you might get it. You might have a chance. So the only way we got these playmakers into the game was through the use of what? What was that guy? The two DMs. Okay, now we're going to try something else. Okay. We're going to remove the counter press. Okay. We're going to play a complete cautious system. I'm not going to take it and I'm going to drop it to a low block with a higher defensive line. We step up more. Yeah. So pass into space, play our defense here early cross because I'm hoping these guys now get the ball. We got a fullback here. We got two central defenders. We got fullback. Okay. What are the things you can do, right? If you want to do this kind of system is distribute to flags, but then you're kicking the ball and hoping these guys got jumping reach. Okay. So yeah, this could be one way of doing it. Yeah, Kulu, yeah, they don't get the ball. Because it's not easy to, I mean, if they're going to be tight, most of the time you see the midfield press, there's so much chaos going on in midfield right now in terms of the press, right? It's kind of hard to pick them out straight away. Okay, so far, the method I would try is to play on a very low block. Like low block, and then hopefully we suck the block in, and then those wide playmakers get the ball, they play it out. But why play on the flanks? I'd rather have a playmaker in the center. Right? Because then the playmaker does a better job. Okay, now we change this, okay? Inverted winger on support. Inverted winger on support. Both change, right? So Son Heung-min is what? Right footed or left footed? Either foot, okay, done. Okay, so same. The first thing you see is the wide inverted winger's initial position is slightly higher. What does team width actually mean? Does it mean that my team should stay wide? Width just means that they'll be positioned wider and the priority of the passing is as wide as possible. So you see players playing out to the fullbacks, the wingers, yeah, wide players. Okay, now, isn't that better? Very first highlight, inverted winger inside the box. So you don't have somebody out from a deeper position trying to make those kind of passes. This is just for 4-2-4, right? Okay. The first transition, the first time I saw the whole game, Kulusevski with the ball. You know, let's see what happens. We are see, okay, all right. Oh, what a save from Loris, man. This has to be the last one. Oh, c'est la vie. Such is life. I already said I don't like inverted wing. I don't like these setups, okay? I already said it earlier. I don't like these kind of setups at all. There, okay. Fullback. First time, right? There. This is what I wanted to see. Okay? If he's got a chance, he got a play to play, he'll play the pass out. Son. Much better. Okay, this is the second time we see Kulusevski with the ball. Compared to the first moment it was a wide playmaker, Kulusevski did not see the ball once. Right? So now these highlights have changed. We're beginning to see a bit more of Kulusevski. We're beginning to see a bit more. Son Heung-min, we saw a bit of him in the first half, right? So we got to extend the highlights. Okay. I mean, the other team their morale is quite bad, no? We just, oh, what a ball. And this is the thing about having inverted wingers, right? So when you get more, you still get routes to goal. You still get players who are going to try something, might even get into the box. My advice is if you want to play playmakers out of the flanks, think of the inverted winger first. Right? You can have better options. Now, for me, I would say if you want to play a playmaker, play him in the center, AP. But For me, putting a playmaker on the flanks is like, hey, now he's inside, plays a pass. Isn't that better than a wide playmaker? Okay, Perisic goes backwards, Romero. And now these guys are going Son Heung-min out wide. That is a nice pass. Why do I need a wide playmaker for? Not only that, he doesn't sit narrow. He also gives us width. It's like I get more from that role than I do with the wide playmaker. So yeah, if you guys want to create the wide playmaker role, if you want a 4-4-2 with the wide playmaker, now, I'm not a magician. I can't turn the wide playmaker 4-4-2 into a fantastic system, right? I'll just say it. No, maybe. I can't do it. Maybe somebody else can. Yeah. Okay, Lukamura comes here. Let's put Lukamura here. I like inverted wingers more and wingers more. Yeah. In a 4-4-2, I'll probably play a DM. I'll probably play a ball winning 4-4-2 right now. Ball winning midfielder on defense, central midfielder on attack is the way to go for me. Or something like this. Yeah. But we lost to Fulham. Simple goal. I mean, this is a match we should have won easily. Right? But can't create anything. Wide playmaker tactics don't work. They just won't work on this engine right now because they're just going to ask for trouble. You can put them here. Like this, same thing. You change these two roles. My advice is you go for inverted wingers on support. Inverted winger on support. Right? If you want to be a bit more imaginative, right? You can even do this, right? And then you can do something like this. Inverted wingback on support. In fact, you can create a 4-4-2 right now. That looks something like this. You can still do that right now, yeah. You just be a bit narrow, that's all. And DM on support to be safe one side, and then you got a Segundo Volante on attack or support. Yeah, this is pretty safe. And then you can do a target forward on. Even when we had the target forward on attack, nothing was happening. All right, you can even do something like this. But if you want to do like a flat 4-4-2 right now, you would have to probably play like this now. CM on defense. I'm not joking. CM on attack. The old-fashioned this way and this way. Right. And then I'll probably play a winger on support here. And an inverted winger on attack here. And then from this role, I get a wingback on support. And here I get an overlapping wingback. And I put this exact same setup. 4-4-2. Very old-fashioned, but can work right now on Football Manager. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I gotta go pick the kids up. It's time for me to go and pick my sons up. I want to know how my son's exams went. So he's probably gonna be happy, or he's going to be like, oh, daddy. He's probably, he's primary 1. He probably doesn't know how important it is, or he probably doesn't care. He's probably had a fun time. And the youngest is probably going to be talking about his girlfriend. He's 4 years old. He's got a girlfriend in school. 4 years old. I don't know what to do, man. I seriously have no clue what to do. I don't know what I've done to bring up kids who've got girlfriends at the age of 4. It's like he tells, every day when I pick him up from school, he goes like, Daddy, make sure you follow Eva's car. I said, who's Eva? Eva is my girlfriend. 4 years old. I said, how's Eva? Eva is nice. She's beautiful. The good thing about having a girlfriend at the age of 4 is that he's trying to impress her in class. So he's already 4 years old. He can do multiplication and division already. So he's trying to impress, man. I mean, bloody hell, I didn't even know. I was at primary school. When I was in primary 1, man, the only thing I knew was circles, triangles, square, oblong. Also, I didn't even know what is a trapezoid and an oblong until I was in primary 2 or primary 3. Man, bloody hell, he knows already like 2 times. That day I asked him a question. Hey, Kian, what's 2 times 4? 8, Daddy. Huh? That was fast. Spell 11, E-L-E-V-E-N, huh? I was like, what the hell is it in primary 1? It all works when you have a girlfriend, eh? Man, I'm so worried, man. I see him with, I see the other Ava's grandparents picking up, bro. And now Ava's grandparents, when he comes out of school, right, they will stop Ava just so that Ava and Kian can say bye-bye to each other. I'm like, dude, let's not encourage the two. I'm like, dude, you're only 4. Oh, man, this is tough, man. Being a dad, man, it's not easy. It's not easy, you know. I mean, like, okay, I'm glad I don't have daughters. I mean, I wanted daughters very badly. I have 4 boys. Try once. First one, daughter, no, got boy. Try it again, boy. Third one, boy. Fourth one, I actually asked the doctor first. Actually asked when we went for the scan, is it a boy or a girl? And she goes like, she was like, boy. I said, can you check again? Says like, what? Says like, I'm like, dude, I want a girl. I want a girl. I wanted daughters all my life. I've never had a daughter. And my brother has got 3. I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, power of love with children. I hope you guys get to experience that when you have kids, because it's phenomenal. And I have to go and pick up my boys. So I want to thank all of you for coming in. Don't worry, we'll be doing more and more of this. Look, you guys tell me what you need, what you want me to do. Because I think the next stream, I'm going to focus more on other stuff as well. Like best combinations. How's about that? We're going to make combinations work, right? So the best combinations on Football Manager 23. And I can tell you right now, I already have my perfect combinations for my formations already. I also have like what works the best on Football Manager 23 because we have created so many tactics on the stream. We have. I mean, come on. How many tactics have we created? We've created something like 35 tactics, okay? We got some crazy ones, we got some asymmetrical ones, we got some strikeless ones. But I can categorically say right now what is the best combination of formations as well. If you wanted to play the game tomorrow and you want to go and have fun, yeah, I can tell you. But we'll do all that on another stream. So I want to thank everybody for popping in. You have been absolutely amazing. I mean, seriously, you guys make it a lot of fun to stream now, right? I really enjoy streaming, and I really enjoy the fact that maybe out there I'm helping you guys out. Once again, if you have questions, you want some clarity, let me know, man. Because from next week onwards, we're gonna do like Bring Your Tactics once the game is launched, and then we're going to do Bring Your Tactics. My Palemo live stream will start, and then if you want me to continue these kind of streams where I focus on specific things about the game, let me know too in the comments. You know, send me a note, send me a comment. If you want like these kind of more the deep dives stuff, let me know. I'll do it. Yeah. I'm only streaming because so I can answer questions and, catch up with you guys. You guys stay safe, take care of each other, be good to everyone. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.